Hello everyone, it's me. I exist. Poseidon. Welcome to the finale, the second finale, the real finale, the one that exists, the one that's real, the one you'll actually be watching. Unless you were lucky enough to watch the original, which crashed and burned like a dumpster fire, but it's okay because we're back again, and we've got the real finale. And this time it's not going to go wrong because we're recording it, and there's no bad internet, so we should be good. And I have my friends here with me again. Infin, Meldar, Nem, Snay. Also, Lisa might be joining us because she was in one of the other script readings. She was in one of them or two of them, I forget, but she might be joining again. I think she actually has not read the whole script yet, so that would be interesting. Anyway, this is the final episode of Season 3 of Songs of War. Episode 10 of Season 3, and this is the finale. So everything is led up to this. A whole ton of hype, I gotta say. That's what I know for sure. And we already tried doing this episode, and we got about maybe a third of the way through before the stream cut out because of internet problems, and then there was drama and I had to cancel it. So the original plan was to recover the footage from the stream and then edit it with some footage from another session, which would cover the remainder of the episode. But the problem was that I couldn't recover it from YouTube, so we just decided, see, this is what I didn't want to do. We would have to restart from the scratch and redo the whole episode, even though we'd already read some of it, which means the reactions wouldn't be, in real time, and we already would know what happened, which I figured wouldn't be as enjoyable. But at the end of the day, it was what we had to do, because there were, errors with trying to recover the footage, and you gotta do what you gotta do. If I have to get to the finish line of this race hopping on one foot, then that's exactly what I'm going to do, if that's what has to be done. You'll also notice I have a face cam again, because now I do, and that should make it more fun. Anyway, that's about it. One last thing, of course, this is going to have spoilers for Songs of War, all 3 seasons, in the video, obviously, so if you want to watch those and read the script up to this point, if you want to watch Songs of War and then read the script up to this point, link to both the series and the script will be in the description, as always. And Tom Aglio may be joining us. We tried to get Joe Goffney to join, who Nem has been in contact with. He said he couldn't join tonight, but there is still, he told us to have fun, so that's nice. And if Joe is watching this, then you should also have a lot of fun. And Tom Aglio might be joining again as well. I DM'd him saying we were starting. He might not be able to join. He is busy, so it's understandable if he doesn't. And that's pretty much all of the disclaimers I have to get out of the way. And here we have my friends with me again, Infin and Meldar and Nem and Snay, the gang. You can all say hi now. I'm done the introduction.
Hello, everybody. My name's Meldar.
Yes, his name is Meldar.
Meldar Replier.
Meldar player. He's kind of like Markiplier, but not Markiplier.
Bad.
Not Markiplier.
Meldar Replier.
Eldar Prior.
Like a
Meldar
mix.
Iplier.
He's like a mix of
Over here
Markiplier
shaking
and
my head.
himself.
Meldar Iplier.
So, we have the image of Hogtown Bartender's face blocking the script once again. That's because it's the end of episode 9 of Season 3, and if I didn't have it there, it would be, of course, spoilers. And I already warned you about the spoilers, so, yeah. And, click off this video if you don't want to be spoiled. That's all I'm going to say. And come back to it once you've read everything and watched everything. Which, again, links in the description. Anyway, that is going to be it. Now we can start. If everyone else would like to say hi, then, everyone else wants to say hi, then, now is your chance to do that because we're about to get started.
Hello again, everybody. It's Meldar Replier.
No, the rest of you. You already went.
Spotlight mine?
You already went. Well, I suppose there's no point in waiting any longer, so let's just get on with this. This is going to be a lot of fun for sure. Even though we already read it, it's going to be more of a commentary for like the first bit of the episode. Now, what's really going to be fun is when we get to the part that we still haven't read. Because
Yes.
Which is still a lot.
There's still a lot of the episode we haven't read. It took we spent like an hour reading the first part, and honestly, we were like procrastinating and making a ton of jokes and saying a lot of side topics. So if we were like completely focused on it, we might have been able to do the whole episode in that time, but we didn't, and we didn't really get that far. So at the end of the day, it's not going to change much. So yeah, what Infant says is correct.
42 pages.
42 pages. We probably read like 15 at most.
There.
Maybe 20.
Right, I remember. It starts with
Shush.
this.
No, you remember nothing.
Oh yeah, this is. Yeah, this. Okay, so let's get started.
I
Okay.
mostly forgot everything I read. So
Yeah, Meldar
Okay,
did a
good.
good job. He forgot everything he read, so he's not going to be shocked.
Yes.
Well, he is going to be shocked actually.
that's why I did not pass most of school.
Season 3, Episode 10. Oh, I forgot to turn on the Songs of War OST in the background. There we go. I'm going to turn it up a little bit so that you can hear it better.
Oh, this is
Opens
how
at...
This is the
opens-
final stretch, so I'm gonna go for emotional acting.
Oh boy. I'm going to try that as well. Opens
Oh,
at Crown
dear.
Peak. Everything is silent. Music
not
begins
sure.
picking up, suspenseful but also moving and intriguing. The Angel of Death circles over the city like a buzzard. Some are unknown. Magnerites are digging a tunnel, a few recognizable characters following behind. The armies of Cydonia and Carfin wait in the distance, to the west. Val is stationed on a nearby mountain overlooking Crown Peak, and her wings begin to fade in. In the end, Pythus walks into the End Temple and approaches the throne. Somewhere in the wilderness, Abigail and Volcanus fly on Luna to stop him. Pythus sits down on the End throne and smiles. Music ends. Pythus just walks right into the End and just sits on the throne. Music ends at an empty shot of the potion room in Solomon's house. Finally, one of the floorboards moves up and Borgin pokes his head up and out. Those following him climb out of the hole in the floor. So, if you actually were there and saw, like, the original stream, when this happened in the script and we read it, we were laughing our heads off. It won't be as strong of a reaction this time because we already read it, but believe me, it was hilarious. And I'm not even going to say what it was because I still want the suspense to be there.
Wait, guys, there's a problem with the script.
What happened?
There are no buzzards in Minecraft.
There are also no Ardoni in Minecraft. What's your point?
Like a buzzard.
What's your point? There aren't
No,
Ardoni in
the-
Minecraft. There's not Magnerites or Felinas in
I wish there
Minecraft.
were.
The Ardoni are before Steve, so we don't know about them yet. This is the backstory.
Oh my god.
Sorry, continue.
It's just for funnies. It's just for funnies, not
I'm
being
trying
serious.
to get a good reaction, but
Make it funny.
no one's giving me the light of day because it's nighttime.
Right. Cut to outside the balcony. Solomon is reclined, feet on the table, overlooking the city. The door is heard, opening behind them. Opening behind him. Sorry.
No, why?
Wait, Nem, don't you voice Solomon?
Sorry.
Yeah, I do.
I think Meldar's having some issues on his end.
Sorry, the dogs are barking.
Rip. As dogs tend to do. Alright, Nem,
Yeah,
hit it.
okay. What do you need this time? Can't you leave an old man in peace?
No, just kidding. Solomon expects it was another, but as he says this and waits for a response, camera slowly turns, revealing Senria and Herobrine behind him.
My boy.
Actually, we're here for you, Solomon.
it.
Solomon turns around and stands up, surprised. Nem, it is your line again.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Sen, what are you doing here?
Oh wait, you also have Rhea in this scene. Rhea and Sen
Yeah.
start walking towards him, and Solomon begins backing up towards the edge of the balcony. Mistake. That's a mistake. I'm not gonna say why, but that was a bad idea on his part.
You betrayed us. Betrayed? Why? I only did what I had to do to stay alive, darling. You can't blame me for that, can you?
But are you at least? I
I
mean,
don't
could
like
you
how
at,
he calls it darling.
could you at
I
least-
don't, I don't like it. It makes
Could you
me
at least be-
uncomfortable.
could you at least be a bit regretful for what you did? Like, it's bad enough that you
My
did it, but
dearest one, my darling.
it's
dear.
worse that you don't even care. Thalius died to keep the Prime Song safe. He and so many others sacrificed themselves for the good of Ardonia. And here you are, betraying Ardonia for the good of yourself. That's a really good line.
Sen, come on now. We can work this out. You wouldn't kill an unarmed old man, would Whoa.
Solomon trips over and falls over the black edge of his deck, falling to his death. The sound of him dying cuts
dead.
directly back up top as the rest are getting in position. We were laughing our heads off when we realized this happened in script.
Yes, he got dead. I'm still happy.
It was a
Yeah,
rather.
he did.
I mean, he was never a likable character, so of course they were gonna kill him off like this. They wouldn't give him a satisfying end. Well, it was satisfying, I guess.
It depends on your persona, honestly.
I liked him before he stabbed Thalius in the back.
I
Is
mean, I like.
Also,
you
how
guys
old
hate him,
was?
So I mean,
Also, how old was he? He couldn't have been like older than like his 50s?
yeah, around there.
My guess is he was 84.
25 meters straight down.
Yeah,
It
the
is
25 meters
25
straight
blocks.
down thing was actually foreshadowing, and that was in
I
season
think
1,
it's
episode 4.
actually more.
The balcony is legitimately 25 blocks.
Yeah, I think Nem had one of her friends like measure
accurate.
this. Measure the
Fire
balcony.
droplet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to her.
The sound of him dying cuts directly back up top as the rest are getting in position. Then we have a Rhea line here.
We have to move quickly before someone detects us. Get everyone into position.
Cuts to the potion room. Take as many potions as you can carry. The army will put them to good use. And 2 knights start picking up potions, and Greg picks up one as well and admires it.
I know potions don't work on Ardoni, but I've wondered what would happen if...
Grim shakes his head and tries to dissuade Greg. Grunts twice, saying no.
Speak for yourself, Grim.
Greg downs the potions. Voice slows down during sentence. Oh, never mind.
I've always wanted quicker speed and reflexes. What did you say?
Borgin turns around from where he was helping load potions. Greg, what did you do? Grim hands Borgin the potion while Greg rambles on slowly.
I drank a speed potion and now everything's spinning.
Interesting. The speed potion slowed him. Quick, give him a slowness potion. Grim looks around and grabs a night vision potion by accident and hands it to Greg. Wait, that's not a slowness potion. Greg drinks it and turns invisible. This is a very funny scine. Like, I was
Yes.
I was expecting this to be a heavy episode at first, and then I read this and I was like, oh, this is actually really funny. What did you give him? Grim shrugged sheepishly.
I can't see my arms. Whoa.
Borgin grabs the slowness potion and goes over to Greg. He collides with him and falls on the ground. Ah! As Borgin falls down, Herobrine walks in, looking around at Borgin on the ground and nearly invisible Greg and Grim standing innocently in the corner. Herobrine's just like, what the heck are you guys been up to?
Can you all slow things down a bit?
Cuts back to balcony. Sen and Rhea are standing on the edge. It's such a funny beginning for like an episode that's supposed to be like really dark and heavy.
Yes.
Cuts back to balcony. Sen and Rhea are standing on the edge. You ready for this?
Were we ever ready for all the things we've done?
They both smile in acknowledgement. Rhea releases a small set of fireworks which go off. Cuts to the west side of the city. The army is being handed some potions and sees the fireworks going off over the city. The withers above and the angel of death all move towards the fireworks as the scene cuts. Back in the end, Pythus is sitting in the throne. His minions are creating a pile of Ender Dragon eggs that they stole from the temple. Saxon and Trevor watch. Pythus holds his large battle axe as he often does. Do you know how this axe was damaged? He holds the blade of the axe close to his face, which has a large cut into the blade, where it must have met with an even more powerful weapon.
I imagine we're about to learn how.
No, Pythus replied, walking away and leaving Saxon and Trevor alone. I'm just kidding. Pythus ignores Saxon's comment and continues. This is the axe of my father's grandfather. He defeated your king at the time, but was left with a permanent... I hate when the line just cuts onto another page, so I get stopped. This is the axe of my father's grandfather. He defeated your king at the time, but was left with a permanent reminder of the conflict our worlds face. That conflict is finally at an end.
Cool. Yes.
Pythus frowns at Saxton's lack of interest and motions toward the netherins near the dragon eggs. One by one, they pick them up and drop them into the void. No! Eggs go brrr!
Oh my
Trevor
god.
tries to struggle, but the guards
you-
hold him in place. He watches the eggs are thrown away. Doesn't that count as like mass genocide of unborn children?
That's like
How dare you? I will kill you.
massacre of unborn dragons. This is wrong. Genocide.
Trevor tries to shrug. Trevor tries to struggle. Trevor tries to struggle, but the guards hold him in place. He watches as the eggs are thrown away. Oh boy. Dragons have been the pinnacle of your civilization, but few eggs now remain. The end has grown weak. The city once thrived with life, but now it is empty and dead, with no one to protect it. As he says this, Luna can be seen approaching in the background just outside the temple. Just as he finishes, she crashes through the window behind the throne and flies overhead, landing near the dragon eggs. She releases a plume of fire, killing the guards, preventing them from dropping the remaining dragon eggs. Abigail and Volcanus leap off and fight the guards protecting Saxon and Trevor, and they join the fight and pick up 2 Netherin swords. Luna torches the wither skeletons near the remaining few dragon eggs, then retreats back towards Abigail as a wither shoots her a few times. Pythus motions them to stand down. And here I was beginning to grow impatient. I've been expecting you both.
You will answer for your crimes today, Pythus.
Crimes? Oh, but of course, those frivolous actions. I'll be honest, brother, I bear no shame in killing Kronos. On the contrary, it gave me great pleasure. What I did was a service to our people. Volcanus looks sad, knowing how evil his brother is. Abigail walks forward a bit and removes her helmet.
You've gained your leadership through corruption, maintained it through fear, and wield your power without restraint. As long as you live, we will fight to oppose you.
She puts her helmet back on and her crown lights up finally. She draws her ender blade, which glows brightly. Pythus smiles. If that be the case, we'll see how long you live. I thought of pirate Pythus when I saw if that be the case. If that be the case, mateys. If that be the case, mateys, we'll see how long you live.
Oh good lord. Alice is best pirate.
He draws his large axe
Pythus is out of now.
Pirate Phalius versus Pirate Pythus when
Alice wins.
he draws his large axe and jumps down from the throne platform. Cuts back to Crown Peak, Angel of Death swooping around the balcony. He gestures to 3 of the Withers, telling them to head to the walls, expecting an attack. Cuts over to the army, the 3 Withers are approaching. Wait, who voices Yujuki again? I forget who voices Yujuki.
Was that Sine?
No, I think it was
Only
them,
one Wither
actually.
is down. There's still too many.
We'll just say Infin this time. That's easier.
Oh, Sine, I don't know.
One Wither is down. There's still too many.
Hassan?
Who's Hassan? Isn't it Poseidon?
Or Sine? I thought that was Sine.
Okay.
We need bro Hassan.
Alright. Sorry. I was busy. I was typing something. We've come too far for anything else. This is the best we'll get. Begin your attack. Army charges towards another perimeter. Cuts back to the end. Saxon and Trevor are fighting wither skeletons. Abigail and Volcanus duel Pythus in the center of the castle. Luna takes off after the two withers and draws them away. Back in Crown Peak, the Angel of Death hovers over the center, watching the battle about to unfold. Behind him, a light drops off the mountain and soars towards him. He hears it, turns and ducks as Val nearly kills him. When he regains his balance, he floats, and Val floats as well, holding her sword high. Angel of Death pulls his two swords out and dives forward. Val dives as well, and they fly towards each other. Camera cuts as they collide and shows the army on the west charging the nether barrier. The three withers are tearing them apart and killing many of the soldiers despite their attempts at firing arrows. Hubris is able to fire his Aggressium song, but it only seems to agitate the wither. Back in the end, Luna is being hit repeatedly by the withers and forced to fly away. As she passes the obsidian spires, the ender crystals on top reach out to her and heal her. With her reinvigorated strength, she turns to attack the withers again. On the balcony at Crown Peak, Senria and the Herobrine attack the wither. They fire their Aggressium songs, trying to hit it. Angel of Death and Val fly by and engage in fight. Cuts to the walkway leading up to Solomon's house. Borgin and Grek are holding the line. An invisible Grek kills a few surprise wither skeletons and he then fades in. They both look at him.
Well, that was fun when it lasted.
He kills another wither skeleton and they resume fighting. Cuts to Val flying over treetops outside Crown Peak City. She flies low to the water in an attempt to lose him. He continues to pursue, however, and holds his sword low, scraping the surface of the water. Val begins to fly up, flapping her energized wings in an attempt to get away from the Angel of Death. He is slowly gaining on her as they both race high into the sky. Suddenly, she draws a second sword and pushes hard. I just love how it's switching between everyone and every perspective.
Yeah.
Suddenly, she draws a second sword and pushes hard with her wings, sending her back down and curls her wings around her into a dive. The Angel of Death slows to a halt and holds his swords up defensively. Val flies past him with a slight tearing sound, and the Angel of Death's wings fall off his body as he begins falling to the ground. In the end, Saxon and Trevor have eliminated most of the Wither Skeletons and Netherins with the help of some Endermen. The Endermen only just decided to help now, after someone showed up. They didn't try to stop Pythus when he just waltzed in and sat on the throne. They look towards the three-way duel, which has now moved out of the temple into the environment outside. Withers are blowing up the Ender Crystals one by one. Luna is only able to stop one at a time. Finally, there is just one Ender Crystal left, and she stands in front of it defensively, trying to protect it. Suddenly, another dragon roars, and the Withers turn around. Thunderdome drops down out of the sky and grabs one of the unexpected Withers and rips it in half, dropping the two pieces down onto the ground. He roars and pursues the other. On the balcony of Crown Peak, Rhea fires a song which hits the Wither directly, killing it with a loud roar. Val lands beside them as the Wither continues falling from the sky.
If Luna dies, I will die.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right? Yeah,
Oh
same.
boy. Don't jinx it.
Don't even.
I'm doing Val.
I think Nem does Val. Nem reads Val's lines. Here's a Val line right here.
The withers are tearing the army apart.
Why?
What was that?
The heck was that?
Yeah, who was that? Yeah, who was that?
Can we just
Yeah.
have Meldar
Dude.
have Meldar voice every character in Songs of War?
Okay, we got Nam now.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
that would be
can.
a horrible
Sorry.
voice.
No problem.
Hold on, give me a second. I'll be back.
All right.
The withers are tearing.
The Withers are
Going.
They'll never make the walls. They'll never
Why are we
make
doing
the
this?
walls.
Why are we doing this? Well, we didn't have this
One
in the
other
original
phone.
stream.
One other phone. What? Sine, you can do Val.
This is that.
No, we're waiting for Nem.
I
I'm
know.
just gonna
I'm joking.
say Nem's line.
One of the four. One of the four. One of the four.
Pirate Pythus when Pyrophus.
Your Pythus and Valiant now.
Yar! If it be that way, mateys, then you shall die.
Good lord.
Your Thalius is a veteran now.
Thalius was always the better pirate.
Oh gosh.
Well, I said Thalius was a Netherin now.
Oh boy.
We need Thalius.
Oh, I need more John Jarrell.
Sorry, I had to go do my laundry.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Okay.
Also, I opened my blisters again, so that was fun.
Why?
Rip.
Um,
Rip!
No, because I had something else today, so I ended up hurting myself again. It's okay. So
Okay,
Melda
it's
already
okay. We'll
read.
wait for you.
It's okay. Melda already
No.
read Val's line.
What?
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He was making he was joking about that.
Oh, I thought that was actually real.
No.
Oh gosh, I don't.
Oh
think
no. Gosh,
I'm not
no.
that good. I'm good, but I'm not that good.
Okay. You are good though. Okay.
the time your part.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
It's not
All right.
funny.
Let's say
Not
just say the
funny.
line before we lose all our brain cells.
Okay. The Withers are tearing the army apart. They'll never make it to the walls.
Rhea turns and thinks for a moment.
Can we use the beacon as a distraction?
The teams aren't ready. They'll be slaughtered as well.
Not if we can protect the beacon platform. We agreed that I could use my prime songs in battle. This is my chance.
All right. We'll be right beside you. Rhea turns back to the house. Rhea turns back towards the house to where a few Felinas were standing quietly.
Flight team, move in.
Felina's.
No.
Anyway.
The
Yeah, I
Felinas...
forgot about this.
The
All
Felinas
the-
refused to do anything and left. No, I'm joking. The Felinas move out onto the balcony, and in the light that can be seen they are wearing elytras. They jump over the edge and fly down towards the central courtyard. Hero Brian joins Grek, Grim, and Borgin, and shortly later, Sen and Rhea as well, and the six of them move off towards down the walkway. Then this is also
Your
your line.
pronunciation of Elytra.
We need to
just
get to the
pisses me off.
courtyard and protect.
That's
the
how you
reinforcements.
pronounce it! It's Elytra.
Elytra.
No, it's
Elytra.
not! That's how you pronounce...
Either
Am
way,
I wrong?
Guys, this is not the
I
time.
could actually
This
be
is not
wrong.
the time or the place.
Tomato,
It's just-
tomato.
Oh,
Okay, look, we can all agree it's
Whoa.
obviously Elytra.
Tomato, tomato. Let's go.
Okay, let me just say.
It's
We
obviously
need to get to the court.
Elytra.
Shush.
We need to get to the courtyard and protect
Sorry.
our reinforcements.
Now things are starting to get fun.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that.
gosh.
Reminds me of that quote from like Revenge of the Sith, where Anakin's like,
God.
"This is where the
Guys,
fun
we-
begins."
Guys, we have now met a drunk Grek. He is high on
Grek.
Oh
potions.
boy.
Shrek. Grek gets high on
Oh,
potions.
gosh.
Confirmed.
Where are you going?
They charge down the walkway towards the courtyard. Back to the army on the west, they finally push through the nether perimeter. Many soldiers are dead, but they make it to the few buildings just inside the perimeter and use them as cover. Oh no! I remember what happens here. Push through, push
All right.
forward.
Hassan.
Hassan ushes them forward, but a wither notices him and fires at him, killing him instantly. He had a very unceremonious death, actually. Back in his city, I don't know why I still feel sad, even though he wasn't really like a character who did much.
Sean.
Back in the city, the
You're sad.
Elytra team lands and starts killing the wither skeletons. Felina hurries with
sad.
another star towards the beacon, but is shot and killed. Another Felina runs over and grabs another star, is shot in the shoulder, but able to make it to the beacon and place another star hit before being shot again and killed. All of the Felinas are dying.
Felina genocide.
It started with Kiyoshi, but
I think you're sad because Hassan interacted with Kiyoshi, and Kiyoshi was your best boy.
wait, did he?
Wait,
I honestly
wait,
don't remember
wait,
that.
Wait, wait, guys.
When Kiyoshi was
Look.
traveling to the different
Oh,
capitals to recruit
yeah,
people.
I think so. Yeah, I think I remember that now.
Wait, guys.
Yeah.
Luke and Anika have to repopulate the Felina tribe.
Oh, good lord.
No, that's right.
God.
Why would you say that?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Fanfic, let's go!
No.
Oh,
Why would you even?
Good lord.
What? I
That's
said
so
nothing, what?
cursed. That's so
Infant,
cursed.
shut up!
You know what? It could have been worse though.
what? What'd I say?
It was
You
all your
didn't say
idea, shush.
anything.
Jerk.
That's mean.
Nothing.
That's all you
that's-
messaged me about.
That's
all you
sister
messaged me
abuse.
about personal chat. It's all your
Wow,
fault.
calling me out over something I didn't even do.
That's
Oh my
sister
God. Yeah,
abuse.
Exactly.
Can we read, please?
Yes, can we please read? I agree. The
No.
beacon erupts to life, cuts the Tartars, and Magnaran hoists his weapon and moves forward, revealing a large strike team of armed soldiers behind them. Camera turns to reveal the beacon active in Tartarus as they move through it. Back at Crown Peak, the Free Withers turn towards the beacon. The nether portals in the city extinguishes, unable to remain in proximity to the beacon. In Tartarus, the Magnets begin beaming away, some shots from them inside the transit. The Withers fly towards the courtyard and begin bombarding it heavily, shooting it as much as they can. The soldiers in the courtyard retreat away, it begins to spark and release hideous sounds and then suddenly explodes with a burst of energy. The Magnets, who are mid-warp, disintegrate as their subdimensional realm is ripped apart. That's gotta be a horrible way to die, but I mean, maybe it's at least fast. The damaged beacon continues to smother energy for a moment, then turns deadly quiet, and the entire courtyard erupts violently upward with energy, and sending large chunks of masonry weightless into the air. Imagine how hard that would have been to animate and render if they'd actually done Season 2 and 3.
Yeah.
The chunks begin
It
to
would have
hang...
been that hard.
It would have been very hard. Something like of that scale of
Nah.
effects. We're
They
literally
would've
talking
been
about an
fine.
entire beacon platform exploding.
They would have been fine. It's just a nuclear bomb.
The chunks begin to hang in the air, suspended by the anti-gravity energy emitting from the discharge of the destroyed beacon. Cuts back to the end. The deal. Volcanus, would you like to
Duel.
purchase my finest netherwort? Cuts back to the end. The duel
Okay,
continues
what's the
between
deal?
the three ferociously. The Ender Dragons are chasing the Wither in the background. With a powering hit, Pythus knocks Volcanus back. Oomph! I just love how that's written. Volcanus falls down, and
Whose line
Pythus
is it
focuses
in?
on Abigail. The music gets very tense as it is obvious Abigail is not a match for Pythus alone. With a quick spin, Pythus stabs Abigail with the sharp bottom end of his axe. I mean, it was the bottom end, and it probably was...
She got stabbed.
Now that I think about this, and I'm reading it carefully now, it was the bottom end of his axe, and it probably wasn't, like, that severe of a stab. That would explain why she came back to life. That's only... she only got stabbed twice, right? Now...
The way I see it is... The way I've always seen it and drawn it as is Volcanus' axe is basically like a spear at the bottom of it.
You mean Pythus' axe?
Ooh. Oh yeah, right. Wait, I don't know. It's double bladed.
No, that's
No,
what I mean.
at the bottom of, like, the axe, not like the...
He has an axe on top, but the bottom of it is basically like a spear. Like, he can basically throw it as a spear.
I think that's what it is. I don't think he throws it, but I guess you could use it to stab something.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
It's like
yeah.
some Lord of the Rings crap.
Abigail has a gasp.
Abigail. No.
Did you say
Is that
Abigail has
Volcanus'?
Abigail.
Is that Volcanus' line? Or did you just say Abigail's name? Luna turns and sees
I
and
just
roars
said
and
it.
begins descending quickly. A few skeleton archers fire up, causing her to swerve away. Volcanus staggers forward and takes in a quick shot of him grabbing the fallen ender blade. Pythus twirls his axe and strikes it down towards
I
Abigail.
like this.
Oh, what just happened? Oh, what happened to Sine?
Sine.
Can I just
I
go
think
and
she
check
took
the...
it.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
go
I
and
can
check
answer.
the...
It's trying to...
Oh, never mind, Sine's
Love
fine.
There we go.
Bloody
Sine's
Christmas.
back. I think she just had to leave temporarily. Okay. Pythus
Kind of
twirls...
staggers forward.
Pythus twirls his axe and strikes it down towards Abigail, but he stops short with a loud clang. Cameron backs up to reveal Volcanus with both the nether and ender blades active in his hand. Pythus twirls his axe back, surprised. He looks almost afraid for once. That's impossible!
Done.
As much about our worlds that you have yet to learn, brother.
They engage, fighting one-on-one, and Volcanus appears to be pushing Pythus back. With a powerful strike, he knocks Pythus down a small cliff, and he falls with a thump about 20 feet below. I'm reading this like a sports commenter now.
Yeah.
Ah!
Hey.
Pythus
Really?
Sorry, that was way too high pitched to be Pythus. Ah! Volcanus looks over at the edge down at Pythus and sees him unarmed. Is this what you envisioned, Volcanus? Is this the culmination of all those long years plotting against me? Sorry, plotting against us.
Accumulation.
Look at how twisted you've become. You ally yourself to the enemy and fight against your own people, slaves to the vengeance which has consumed you.
Oh, good line.
This
line
is
is
the
like-
weird line.
Yeah, this line's a bit
Good line.
This
weird.
is where you are.
We're just
Um,
saying the
just
part that's not
saying-
highlighted.
Don't read the yellow.
Just skip the yellow.
Like the
Skip it.
revenge is but a shadow to whatever it was coming, but
Yeah.
some things are more important than revenge. Let's
What
just
I
go
love
with that.
about
Yeah.
Pythus' character is that he has really good lines and they're all really sinister and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's also
Yes.
kind of
And
comedic.
Volcanus too.
But he's also kind of comedic, which I like. You just look at him and he says all these really good lines, but then you realize how stupid he really is, and that's what makes it funny.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the
And
villain that's
it's
like very...
ironic.
It's like the villain who's like has a good balance of being really intimidating and
Mhm.
really funny at the same time.
Yeah.
Wait, Wait, guys, whenever I see Pythons, I always imagine Volcanus as Darth Vader. Like, no, you killed our father. No, that's not true. That's impossible.
Oh my god.
I'm
No,
shaking my head
I
right now.
am your
That would be an
father.
ultimate plot twist.
Darth Vader-
Volcanus is the one who killed.
I'm shaking.
I
No.
killed our father.
Darth Vader takes off his helmet and reveals King Kronos. I am your father.
Oh no!
He never died.
Oh, no.
Okay, too far.
He got
too
this.
Far.
He got the suit after he was stabbed.
Too far.
Dying over here.
Wait. Volcanus got his body entire burned off by lava, so we had to replace it with robot parts.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kronos got stabbed by Pythus, right? So like,
Wait, no.
Kronos
Darth Vader's
got-
actually Tigran.
Oh boy.
oh my god. Oh my god, I just realized it! I just realized what the joke was!
Wait, what?
Darth Vader's Tigran.
He's Tigran because they both burned in lava.
Oh.
Because Anakin in Revenge of the Sith.
Alright, and then there's that thing you did in FOH too.
Guys, I did not start this. I only started it.
Guys, we're at like the same.
And Poseidon,
Okay.
you can't forget what you did in FOH too.
Guys, we're at like the same point we were at the stream, and it's, it's 40
We're about
minutes.
the same area.
Alright,
It
we
was
gotta-
taking
Annoying.
40 minutes.
we gotta get on
Just
with
going
this.
nowhere.
We gotta get on with this.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
No, this is gold. This is gold.
Good meme.
Okay,
This is
Volcanus
better
then
than the
turns
first
away
time.
from the cliff and disappears in order to help save Abigail. Back in Crown Peak, Herobrine is the first towards the courtyard and runs up a large chunk of stone which is slowly raising into the air, jumps off the next one and flips over Wither projectile to leaps towards the nearest Wither. He slashes his sword and lops all three Wither heads off at once. Herobrine. The epic boy.
Oh.
That boy.
After landing,
Definitely
however,
an enemy.
the remaining two, that reminds me of that scene from Animation Life 3, where Steve does that exact thing
Yeah,
for Wither.
they're doing an animation life moment.
After landing, however, the remaining two Withers fire at him, and he's forced to retreat out of the destroyed courtyard and back to where Sen and Rhea shield him with their songs. A second wing team. I'm not going to say the word because I don't want to debate about the pronunciation again. A second wing team.
Elytra.
A second wing team appears on Solomon's balcony, and they drop down and fly through the floating wreckage of the courtyard, and land at the western wall. They start distracting another army, and Val joins them. On the far side of the wall, the army runs up, and a few iron golems begin attacking the gate, and it smashes inward. Look, maybe it is Elytra, but I don't care. Elytra still sounds better, in my opinion.
Wait, you messed up another pronunciations. Iron and not iron. Like, what is wrong with you?
I said iron.
Iron golems.
I said iron. I said iron golems.
Iron golems,
I
not
am
iron.
Ron.
I said
I
iron
know.
golems.
Iron.
You say it like okay, just
It's
let's.
not
Who
golems,
cares?
it's golems.
Can we?
No,
Who the
please have
frick
this debate
cares?
afterwards?
Let's have this debate after we're reading the script.
Exactly.
I
On
know,
the
I'm
far-
just having fun.
I'm having fun too, but yeah. On the far
I'm
side of the
having
wall,
more
the
fun.
army runs up, and a few iron golems begin attacking the gate, and it
No.
smashes inward. Hubris rushes
Iron.
through first, kills a wither skeleton, and hurries off. I said iron in the first place.
I know, you're right.
Can we
Hubris
please
rushes through
stop?
first, kills a wither skeleton,
Sorry,
and hurries
let's
off.
go, let's
And
go.
hurries off. Herobrine, Grek, Grim, and Borgin are being pushed back by two remaining withers. Rhea zooms over and puts up a shield defending them, and Sen joins, creating a second shield. The withers cease firing, and Sen and Rhea release their shields. Val flies down and lands beside them, and Hubris walks up. The four of them face off the two withers. All at once, they each fire their Gressian songs, which after firing link up and supercharge into a combined song, which is so powerful it tears through both withers, killing them instantly. The four Ardoni look at each other surprised.
Oh,
Did anyone know that could happen? Grek walks up to their side.
Couldn't you all have done that a lot sooner?
Cuts
A
to the end.
lot sooner, please.
Gotta have the improv. Cuts to the end strong. Meldor would be a good substitute Hogtown bartender voice actor. Cuts to the
What?
end stronghold. You would be good. You would be a good Hogtown bartender voice.
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, I'm the
cuts-
bartender. What's up, guys?
That's not even. That's absolutely butchering it. It's supposed to be like,
I am
Look.
not butchering it. I'm
yeah.
using my own voice.
we don't sell that here. You can buy a drink or get
Remember,
out.
guys, join the baka.
To the end.
Cuts to the end stronghold. Pythus walks out in groups with his remaining nether forces as they head back towards the path. Cuts to the end. Volcanus is on Luna holding Abigail. He hops off and sets her down next to the Under Crystal on top of one of the large obsidian pillars. Cuts down below. Saxon and Trevor look up worriedly. Thunderdome stops on a nearby pillar and watches. No energy emits from the Under Crystal. The music is very somber and sad.
Strong, Abigail, you must endure.
And then Abigail died. Just kidding. The energy from her armor slowly turns off, and her armor becomes dark and lifeless. Luna looks down sad. Finally, the crystal lets out a faint hum at first, and then Abigail begins to faintly glow as the energy courses through her. Volcanus opens his eyes surprised, and Luna leans even closer. The end crystals are always there to save her. If the end crystals didn't exist...
She coughs back to life. What on earth? She coughs back to life.
Reverse COVID-19.
Like, you get air back into your lungs and you're just like, oh crap. Yeah, it's kind of like...
Oh, true.
It's like when I fell down into the cargo hold, breaking my back and my ribs, and then the first breath was painful.
Mm-hmm.
Abigail coughs back and... Abigail coughs back to life and opens her eyes slowly. Volcanus smiles down at her, but Luna pushes Volcanus aside and presses her head against Abigail soothingly. By the way, this is where we stopped. This is where we actually stopped last time.
Around
So
here.
Yeah, let's go.
Abigail pets Luna and looks down to where Volcanus is waiting patiently.
I'm relieved to see you well, Queen Abigail. I feared that you would pass beyond this life. Someone else brought back from the dead.
Volcanus cracks a smile and Abigail slowly gets up using Luna for support.
This escaped with what remains of his troops. We're not finished.
She picks up her sword and lights up. Trevor and Saxon look up from below, happy to see her alive. She tries to get up, but is weak.
Coming from the dead is no small feat. You must gather your strength. Pythus flee for now.
At Crown Peak, there are some shots of the aftermath of the battle as things settle for the moment. To the side of the city, the nether portal has been relit and troops are entering the nether. So, Enfid and I and Meldar haven't read this part after this. So this is where things are going to get more exciting.
Ooh, let's do this.
Remember, our focus is to free the slaves, not to engage the nether stronghold. Let's make this quick. Rhea, are you sure you don't want to join us?
I'm sure we won't find the Death Singer hiding in the nether. I'll watch the portal and protect your retreat.
Watch them find the Death Singer hiding in the nether. Yujuki nods and goes for the portal, and Herobrine follows with some other troops. The sun's beginning to set finally now. Val sits on a high point where she can see things clearly. In the nether, the army appears and goes to the edge of a slave labor camp where some humans are working. They draw swords preparing to free them. Back in the overworld, the music is shifting to a more tense feel. Be careful in there, Grek. I haven't forgotten my promise. Hubris, who is passing by, looks over at Grek and Sen, confused. What promise?
Sen offered to help search for more Jagathans when this is over, which I imagine will be soon at this rate.
Oh, it will be over, but who will win? Grek spins Soulseeker around.
Here.
What the heck is Soulsinger? I honestly forget what that is. Is that like his weapon?
His weapon.
Soulseeker is his sword.
Oh.
Yeah.
His weapon.
I swear I haven't heard of it before, or at least I forgot about it.
It was only mentioned once.
Okay, Meldar, you still have another line.
I know, I'm working on it. This war's still going, and I'm already pumped for the next adventure.
Grek will be fine. I'll be there to watch his pack, as always. It's your own safety that should be paramount. During this next section, it shows Val standing up suddenly and activating her Song of Flight as she leaps off the building and flies to the west gate. Hubris turns toward Rhea. Rhea, I never had an opportunity to express the reasoning of my vote. You alone inspired much of this world to stand and fight, including myself. In this war, it was you who turned the tides. Val lands on the west wall and looks out. Her eyes widen and she turns and flies back over the city.
Incoming!
Those around the portal look up and a wither blast flies down. Hubris jumps forward and knocks Grek through the portal. Another few blasts fly down immediately after and hit the portal, causing it to erupt and explode loudly.
Oh.
Oh god, you just trapped Grek in the nether. The scene turns bright and a loud ringing is heard, and some incoherent sounds of fighting. Hubris gets up after the explosion and sees wither skeletons approaching. He grabs his sword and begins defending Sen and Rhea, who are still unconscious. Oh my god, is Hubris going to die?
Yes.
He shatters them apart with
I
such
see a
ferocity.
pained grunt as you're hit by an arrow. That's not good.
He shatters them with such ferocity as things are still going somewhat slow, and the sound is muffled. Hubris picks up Rhea and carries her over his back to his side where she is more safe. An arrow hits him in the back, and he keeps walking, then sets her down. A pained grunt as he's hit by an arrow. Ugh. He turns around and deflects the next arrow, then fires his song at the skeleton, killing it. He returns to Sen, who is coming back around. He helps Sen up and takes him to the side as well. We see Val flying away from the Withers, trying to avoid them, but she's hit and falls from the sky and lands on the hillside. Oh no!
No.
Oh.
That's not like death. It might just be like inconvenience. Hubris rips the arrow out of his side and runs into the open and fires at the Withers, trying to draw their attention. And then runs away from Sen and Rhea. Rhea just now coming around and sees this. Hubris is hit by the Wither as well and thrown down. Oh no. Nem.
Oh, sorry.
Rhea.
No problem.
Sorry.
Oh, no
okay.
big deal.
Okay. Hubris.
Rhea starts stumbling towards where Hubris landed. Rhea, wait! Rhea uses her song to create an energy barrier to shield down Hubris' downed body. The projectiles slow down near her and drift off lazily. Suddenly, the Withers stop firing. Down the road, we see Pythus approaching. His guards beside him stop, and he alone advances. Sending the majority of your forces into the Nether. Not a smart move. Now you're all that's left. Rhea is preparing for a fight, but then Sen teleports forward to near Pythus and engages. He fights for a moment before Rhea joins in, and together they fight Pythus. After a moment, however, Pythus is able to injure Rhea, and Senus uses his shield to defend her. Pythus swings his large axe, and in a single hit, the shield breaks, sending them both flying back a bit. He twirls it a bit, and is about to strike down on them when Hubris' blade blocks it. Pythus smiles, and they fight next. Oh my god. Hubris, no. Their fight is fairly intense.
Hubris is not gonna survive. I have a feeling he's not.
Their fight is fairly intense. And at one point a Wither fires a shot at Hubris, trying to catch him by surprise, but he deflects it back at Pythus, who, for the first time, seems to take a serious hit and stumbles backwards. Hubris follows by quickly firing his aggressive song, which hits Pythus as he tries to deflect it and causes him to fall onto his back. Hubris rushes forward and jumps to finish off Pythus, who swings his axe in a large arc and hits Hubris out of the air at the last second. Oh no. Hubris crashes down to the side, dead. Oh no, he died? His lights fade out as his song leaves his body and materializes beside him. Of course he was gonna die. There was no way he was gonna live.
You know how we all said that it would be sad if Grek died?
No, I just realized.
He could die, but now Hubris died.
Oh no. Also, Sine left again, I think, temporarily.
He was good. He was really good. He
I remember when there was like a small... Oh, where'd Meldark go? We're dropping like flies here. Oh. Y'all good? You guys good? You both left.
Oh, wait, can you... Wait. I got kicked out somehow.
You both left for some reason.
I got kicked out the second Hubris joined the fight.
What? I didn't kick you, and I'm the only one with staff privileges here.
Well, I didn't get kicked, but I completely missed everything. It was just completely cut out for me.
Okay. So basically, essentially, Hubris fought Pythus for a little while, almost beat him, then Pythus got him with the axe, and he died. That's the summary.
Hubris crashes down the side, dead.
I remember.
Oh no!
I remember when we were all thinking maybe he's gonna turn corrupt because he was he was a little bit interested in the Prime songs. Now I feel bad for ever thinking that. This guy was really good at heart.
Sad boy.
Aw, man.
Hubris was very good at heart.
He had a good end. He protected Rhea and Sen.
And Pythus gets back up, somewhat tired from the fight.
Did Pythus breathe his big line already?
He admires his axe once more, then looks down at Sen and Rhea, who are nearly defeated. The music is building throughout the scene. The Ardoni, a species able to wield great powers. The songs of war. Roll credits! Just kidding. The songs of war.
Credits.
Tell me, what? Imagine if the series actually ended right there. Tell me, what benefit are these powers when you die the same? Power does not reside in a weapon. Ingressus believed the Prime songs would give him strength. But look at how they have served you both. Let me tell you what real power is. Power is an illusion constructed in the minds of those who fear it, and I am the most powerful of all. Just then the music cuts out, and a Wither is heard dying. The Wither lands on the ground with a sword protruding from it. The Death Singer's sword. Oh my god!
My mouth just dropped.
Oh my god!
Open.
This is epic!
Mic drop. Mic drop.
Oh my god! Respect to Hubris forever! Oh my god!
Hello, Death Singer. How are you? Welcome to the party.
My boy.
Death Singer has joined the battle.
I know where this is going, though.
The Death Singer
Singer
pulls his
joined the
sword out of
game.
the dead Wither, and the music gets ingresses as he... And the music gets ingresses? And the music gets intense as he charges down the road, cutting away at the few Wither skeletons and dodging the attacks of the second Wither. He uses his Mobilium song to gain a vertical jump, which sends him leaping into the final Wither, killing it and landing with a roll, and immediately engaging in a furious and intense fight with Pythus. This would be such an epic fight to animate. I actually think Blazy is animating this one. That's cool. Music is empty and dramatic as they exchange quick and violent attacks and work their way up the stairs towards the throne platform overlooking Crown Peak. The Death Singer fires a song into Pythus, sending him flying, then jumps back forward to kill him, but Pythus rolls at the last second and strikes the Death Singer in the chest with his axe, sending him reeling backwards painfully. Pythus runs at the Death Singer while he's distracted.
You
brings
gotta
the
really
axe
slow
down
down
on the
because
Death
I'm
Singer
missing a
as-
whole bunch.
Oh.
You gotta really slow down because I'm missing a whole bunch.
Okay,
You're
what-
way too fast.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to rush it, but like, what did you miss?
It's annoying.
Because I can repeat it.
Death Singer just got hit in the chest with the axe.
The Death Singer went to
Okay.
attack Pythus and then like almost got him with a song, but Pythus like sidestepped or rolled out of the way or something, and then hit him with an axe. That's basically the summary.
Okay.
I'll try not to talk that fast again. It's kind of like a habit of mine. Pythus runs at the Death Singer while he is distracted and brings the axe down on the Death Singer as he kneels. The Death Singer twirls his sword up to block it, then continues to fight a bit more until they collide with a fury of metal clangs, followed by silence. Cuts to a wide-angle shot of their two figured silhouettes against the setting sun. Pythus staggers for a moment, then falls over dead. Oh, really? Oh my god! Couldn't preview file now? You gotta be kidding me. Worst moment ever.
Oh gosh. Just reload.
And
Just reload. It's
and
okay.
Death Singer takes over
Uh,
in another.
Go ahead and copy the most recent line.
I'll just say Pythus falls over dead, because I believe that's... Pythus falls
Oh
over
dear.
dead.
Wait.
I'm trying to get to it now.
Wait, what's happening?
Is that no?
1 second.
It's Greg.
I'm having a bit of trouble.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's great.
Oh, like Lost in Time?
Yeah.
When you say time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool
Wait, what?
list.
I'm missing something.
Art is
Pythus
cool.
falls
Just
over
in the general chat.
dead. Okay, I can't find it. Setting sun? Maybe if I search up setting sun. Okay,
Setting
if
sun.
I go down to about page 440 something. Oh, I scrolled down a bit too much.
It's 444.
It's page 445.
Oh, no, 444. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Oh, right. Yeah, right at the beginning.
Oh god, I scrolled down a bit too far.
Don't
Oh.
do that.
Okay. Pythus staggers for a moment, then falls over dead. The Death Singer supports himself on his sword, giving a slight foreshadow that he was injured. Oh no. Don't do this to me. The scene cuts to down below. Sen and Rhea are recovering. Rhea gets up and begins moving towards the throne room, but then collapses back down. She's unable to move, completely drained of energy. She looks up and sees Sen working his way to the throne, up the throne, stares towards the Death Singer. The music picks up a bit and is somewhat epic as Sen goes to confront the Death Singer with his remaining strength. Cuts blood is slowly dripping to the ground. How would they animate this though? Because like BPS doesn't have like blood and stuff. And camera pans up to, I guess maybe would add it later. I guess it's adding some extra visuals into my head when I'm visualizing this, so that's cool enough. Camera pans up to reveal the Death Singer holding a hand against his chest. He turns slowly and sees Sen, who is standing at the end in the entrance.
Sen, it pleases me to know you are alive.
Death Singer, this is the end.
Yes, I'm afraid it is.
Sen tenses for a fight, but instead the Death Singer drops his sword, which falls to the floor with a clang.
Sen, soon you will be the last surviving Voltaris. The others, they are all dead.
How did this happen? The Death Singer staggers towards Sen and draws Voltar, the staff of the Voltaris, and hands it out to Sen. Oh boy, is he about to get inducted?
Please. Sen.
Sen reaches towards the Death Singer, and after a slight hesitation, grabs the staff. The shot of him receiving the staff from the Death Singer cuts to an identical shot of the Death Singer receiving the staff from the former Voltaris master with a loud noise as the scene enters the flashback. He's outside in snow, a battle having taken place. Take Voltar and run. With this, you are now the master of the Voltaris clan. Just then, a few non-Voltaris Ardoni approach, including Fallius Sendaris. Dang. Fallius was behind this the whole time. The plot thickens. And Dominus draws his sword, cuts behind a few brief shots of fighting, and Dominus falls over dead. Ingressus, having started to leave, turns and runs back and grabs the sword. However, he is hit by a song and thrown over the cliff and lands in the water. Cuts between some shots of the ocean and Ingressus floating along. It's now clear that the story is expanding upon the flashbacks Ingressus was having at the beginning of Season 2. Cuts to Achillean, the not yet tied son, who is fishing on a small pier with the spots Ingressus when he spots Ingressus wash up. Oh boy, this is like the epic flashbacks and stuff. He looks surprised and calls for the master of his clan.
This is the reason I was considering inviting Joey.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Just for this. Okay,
I kind of wish he joined now.
Do you want to?
I have tears in my eyes right now.
You can read. Yeah.
Okay. Master Aegis.
Cuts to inside. Ingressus is. Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong tab. Cuts to inside. Ingressus is laid out on a table. Achillean holds Voltar curiously.
T.
You are holding Voltar in your hands, Achillean. This is the master of the Voltaris.
But he's so young.
If the other clans find out about this, they will surely kill him. Aegis, best master. I'm saying it right here. Aegis is the best master.
Maybe we should just kill him. He's Voltaris after all.
Did he really say that? I will not murder an injured Ardoni under my care. You must understand, Achillean. Many of these Voltaris now fight to stay alive. I will do what I must to shield him from harm. Perhaps it may even begin to heal the wounds between our clans. This is why Aegis was the best master.
Exactly.
Aegis draws Nestor, the staff of the Nestoris clan, and initiates Ingressus into the Nestoris clan to hide his marks. Oh boy. Cuts to later, Achillean fishing once again. Ingressus walks up behind him.
Oh. I wish to thank you for rescuing me. I thought if the sea didn't swallow me up, someone would surely kill me after.
Achillean is surprised and edges away slowly out of fear.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
Ingressus sits down beside Achillean, much to his distaste. They sit there, not saying anything, and Achillean slowly reaches towards a nearby fish cutting knife. So Achillean wanted to kill him at first, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I can do to help? I don't know how to catch a fish, but I'd be happy to learn.
Achillean stops, taken by surprise at the question.
I'm sure fishing is not very exciting compared to what you grew up with. I would welcome the change of pace. Also, I don't exactly have anyone else to talk with.
Achillean looks over towards Ingressus, beginning to understand. Oh my god. I'm on the verge of having tears in my eyes. I don't exactly, but like... I'm on the
same
verge.
way. I am literally... There are tears in my eyes right now.
Fades to a few different shots of them fishing in different places, and Ingressus catching his first fish. Cuts to late. Oh my god, does anyone else remember that scene from Survival Island where like those two guys are fishing?
So stinking wholesome.
Great scene. I love that animation. Cuts to later, Ingressus is alone with Aegis. Years have I kept these items secret, but I think the time is right for them to be returned to their owner. Aegis takes out Ingressus' sword and staff and hands them to him.
I thought I lost these in the ocean.
We were unsure and worried of your intentions at first, but you have proven yourself an honorable and virtuous Ardoni. They belong to you.
Thank you, Master Aegis. I wish that all the clans one day share your compassion.
Careful what you wish for. Aegis truly was the best master.
He is.
Ingressus bows respectfully. Cuts to even later, Achillean is carrying a few fishing rods when Ingressus approaches, sword drawn. Achillean drops his fishing rods and looks a bit worried, but Ingressus turns the sword around backwards and hands him the hilt.
It is only fair that I teach you one of my skills in return. A skill that may one day save your life.
It's all coming together now.
I've never even held a sword before, as I had never caught a fish until meeting you. Everything can be learned with time and effort.
Oh my god, I love it so much. It's like everything's starting to make sense. It's all starting to click.
Awesome!
Some training between them in various locations and times of day. Cuts to a bit later, they're fishing once again.
Why do these boys have to die?
I heard the Nether is invading locations around Ardonia, and that there is going to be a tournament in a few days. A new champion will arise to wield the Prime Songs once again. Why do the clans insist upon using them? When will they learn to put those dangers to rest?
Ingressus stands up agitated.
Ingressus? What's wrong? Do you not know? The Prime Songs have been used against my people for generations. I watched them kill my master and hundreds more.
Achillean thinks for a moment as Death Singer fumes. He then stands up.
You should enter the tournament, Ingressus. You are the best swordsman I have ever known, and you claim to be equally skilled with songs. For what purpose? If you win, the Prime Songs will be yours, for a time at least. You can then reveal yourself as Voltaris and show the people you mean them.
I knew it! I knew he was sending a message! From the beginning! That was what I thought from the very beginning. I knew it! The Death Singer considers this.
Perhaps you are right. And after defeating the Nether, I could use the songs to help locate and protect the rest of my clan.
Ingressus looks over to Achillean, who's simply smiling.
Oh, that's why you wanted the primes, huh?
Oh my
Thank
god.
you. Thank you, Achillean.
Finally understand his intentions. Oh my word.
Thank you, Achillean. You have been like a brother to me. As of you, Ingressus.
They bow to each other for the last time as friends. Cut now to the Ardonia arena. Ingressus wins the tournament, but he is turned down. The music gets more sinister as he kills 3 of the masters and claims the Prime Songs for himself. We see the Death Singer fighting Aegis, the final master. The Death Singer throws Aegis down.
The others are all dead, Aegis. Give me the final Prime Song, or you will suffer the same fate.
Aegis sits up a bit injured. I'm getting sad because Aegis was so nice to him.
Mm-hmm.
What evil has corrupted you, Ingressus? I taught you better than this. I raised you better. The Death Singer holds his sword forward and advances towards where Aegis has fallen.
Oh, sorry. What you taught me was that the Ardoni were forgiving, and that I might have a chance to redeem my clan.
The Death Singer stops before him.
You were wrong, and I was wrong to think so. The other clans are stubborn and resentful. They looked upon me with hate and disgust.
The Death Singer has a faraway look as he recalls standing before the other clans after being turned down. He then sees the Prime Songs lying beside Aegis and approaches it, transfixed. Ingressus, look around you. Look at what you have done. You grew up with these people. This was your clan. The Death Singer is nearly upon the Prime Song, but stops and looks around at the dead Nestora Sardoni scattered around. We finally see the damage he did to this village in Astoria. The Death Singer stumbles back. Am I doing a good job at making Aegis sound emotional?
Yeah.
The Death Singer stumbles back a bit and is appearing somewhat shocked and unaware of what he's done. He looks back at the Prime Song sitting before him.
Only now do I understand why.
Before the Death Singer can say more, however, a song hits him and he staggers back injured. Achillean runs in and stands before Ingressus. And stands before Aegis, staff drawn. The Death Singer turns and flees. Cuts to a bit later, the Death Singer staggering around the wilderness. He makes it through the
blistering
These are
wind,
shots
scorching
from
deserts.
prologue.
Cuts to a bit later, the Death Singer is staggering around the wilderness. He makes it through the blistering winds of the Barrier Mountains, where he finds a hidden group of Voltaris. Shots of him allying with the Nether, going through Portal, a few shots from the free seasons of this series. We see a few brief memories of the Death Singer meeting with Vulcanus, fighting with Achillean in the snow, and finally Achillean's death. Here it shows more than what we originally saw.
What?
Death Singer holds Achillean in his arms and looks sad. Cuts to
Wait, because
Achillean on a pier
remember
in Northwind being...
He's secretly
Oh
allied.
yeah, he did.
Right.
He secretly allied Vulcanus.
Okay. Wait, can you reread
I
that?
remember, I
Because
remember.
I interrupted you, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Can you reread that?
Fighting with Achillean in the snow and finally Achillean's death. Here it shows more than what we originally saw. The Death Singer holds Achillean in his arms and looks sad. Cuts to Achillean on a pier in Northwind being burned. The Death Singer lights a stone with his markings and places it on the snowy beach. Back to the Death Singer with Vulcanus. This is giving me feels. Back to the Death Singer with Vulcanus.
I can't do lines right now.
You do it. You gotta do it.
What you are proposing puts yourself and your entire clan in great danger, Ingressus.
On the contrary, my clan should be safe. I will join you in this attempt to overthrow Pythus. Should we succeed, the Voltaris will see a brighter future, and if we fail, then I alone will fail. And my clan, the
Fall.
Voltaris, we will survive. We have always survived.
Fade to the throne scene confronting Pythus, and then the Death Singer seeing his Voltaris killed when the plan failed. Music comes to a swell as it shows the slaughtered bodies in Hailstone, and the finality of his failure to protect his clan in the flashback ends. Sen finishes taking the staff of a startle. Sen... There is a pause as Sen catches his breath, and his white markings slowly begin to take color.
Do you see now, Sen?
You're right. They're all gone.
And soon, I will join them.
The Death Singer removes his arm, revealing a large wound across his chest, which continues to bleed. Ingressus, I'm sorry. The Death Singer becomes quite emotional during this next moment. He paces around weakly a bit, heading towards the edge of the throne.
I tried. All my life, I tried
Nem, are you
to save
laughing?
my people from exile and slaughter. But I was wrong
she's
so many
emotional.
times. Wrong to ally with the Nether. Wrong to kill my closest brother. I allowed the Prime songs to destroy my very existence. There were times I even forgot my own name.
The Death
There's
Singer
a
stops and
tear
attempts
coursing
to
down my
compose
cheek
himself a
right
bit.
now.
And now it is too late. Too late to make amends. I have lost everyone. The Voltaris are no more.
The Death Singer nearly falls at this point, but Sen moves forward and supports him. You haven't lost everyone. I will restore the Voltaris clan and everyone who will know who fought to save them. The Death Singer nearly breaks into tears as Sen says this. The Voltaris were not so bad after all. Except Tigran, but like, Tigran's the
Oh
outlier.
my god, can we not right now?
Okay, you're just a jerk.
As Sen was
Excited.
inducted as a Voltaris.
I just realized,
So,
Sen's the only
No.
Voltaris though, like, if Death Singer dies, so like, what?
oh my word, I'm actually crying. I'm legit crying.
Oh, I think that, Nem has a line. The Death
Yeah.
Singer.
Thank you. Thank you, Sen.
Sen helps the Death Singer forward, who lets go of Sen and staggers towards the front of the throne room overlooking the city, and falls down onto his knees, no longer feeling the need to expend any more energy, continuing on. He looks out over Crown Peak and the sun setting behind it. The camera holds as the Death Singer sits on his knees, looking out at the sun.
Many times have I watched the sunset, watched as the sky turned bright with colors, the colors of my clan. I am glad to see the sunset once more.
The same shot continues to hold as the Death Singer begins to sway. After a moment of silence, he falls to the side out of camera view. The camera continues to hold for a while, nothing moving but the sun setting ever so slightly. Scene fades to black slowly. Fades back into the sound of water, and Ardoni sits on the edge of a pier, fishing peacefully into a pond. Camera moves past him and the music begins to fade in, somber yet hopeful. Around the place, many different Ardoni from the different clans are at work, in what is not yet revealed as New Voltaria. Humans are there as well, and many of them are building small homes, farming and planting seeds, or herding animals. Didn't they still have to defeat the entire Nether army, though?
We don't talk about that.
The
No,
camera
because
moves...
Python's died.
So if the
Yeah,
leader...
Pythus.
Once Python was
Singer killed
killed, they all had to look to.
So if the leader of a country dies, the country just instantly surrenders.
Volcanus
I'm
probably
afraid that's not how it
Volcanus
works.
probably took care of them.
I suppose so, yeah.
Yeah, Volcanus had
That
to
makes
step in.
sense.
My cheeks are wet right now. Ugh.
The camera moves over to the... Humans are there as well, and many of them are building small homes, farming and planting seeds, or herding animals. The camera moves over to one of the hills, where two young Ardoni are sparring with wooden sticks. The female kicks the male down and holds the stick towards him triumphantly.
Victory is mine once again!
Not so fast! The male Ardoni kicks the female's legs out from under her. He gets up and pulls an iron hoe out of the ground nearby and wields it against her stick. Let's see how you do when I've got this for a weapon! They're about to attack again when a diamond sword suddenly blocks the attack.
Kyria!
Fallius?
Kyria!
Oh my god, I love this!
Was that a legitimate reaction?
Oh my god! Look at Ria's line.
If that was amazing.
By the way,
Oh,
this is a
I
fun
see.
fact. I actually
It
checked this on the
hurts my
casting
heart
call.
so much.
I looked on the casting call and saw this for, like, Luke's project. The female Ardoni kid is a Voltaris. There's an image.
Yeah, of course, of course.
The
of
male
course.
one is a Sendaris.
I'm
A wise
so-
Ardoni once told me that our strength comes not from the power of our weapons, but rather how we choose to wield the power we have been given.
They're both a bit
Dang it.
sheepish at having been
Oh,
caught.
yes.
They're both a bit
Red
sheepish
Bull.
at having been caught playing around. I'm sorry. We'll get back to work right away.
And who's to say you aren't doing work right now?
They look up confused.
The war may be over, but the need to fight and defend our home will never truly be forgotten. Continue training, you two, but not with this. Afterwards, I want you both to help your parents in the fields. They've been looking for you all day.
Rhea takes the hoe out of the kid's hand and walks off. The female kid charges the male with her stick and holds his stick back out to defend. Rhea walks over to where Sen stands on the top of a hill overlooking a grave. The teachings of Phalius live on.
They are good words to live by.
He wasn't the only one to speak those words, you know. Pythus said something very similar in his final moments.
But we don't want to be taking after Pythus now, do we?
No, but it makes me wonder, how much do we know our enemies? Camera moves to show the grave. It is the Death Singer's grave with a gravestone laid flat in the ground with his markings on it. Not knowing what to say, Rhea tries to pry him away.
Come on, son. We're needed up north.
Rhea mounts her horse, and Sen moves over to Timber, who is waiting nearby. They stop and look over the kids still
Timber.
sparring, then at each other when they both smile and ride off their horse, heading north. You're telling me that Timber is still alive at this point? This has got to be like years later. Sen's voice comes in as a
good horse. Timber's a good horse.
Sen's voice comes in as a narration. After Ingressus Voltaris and the false Nether King Pythus were both killed, the war came to a decisive end. Fades into flashback footage of what Sen is talking about. Okay, so we do get an explanation. Good. The slaves of the Nether were freed, only to find the overworld scarred by countless battles and its people mourning for their lost loved ones. Yet in these dark times was an opportunity to rebuild. Cities and homes which were destroyed were carefully reconstructed. Some in their previous image, others built new. Lucan and Nika can be seen working in Flora. Oakendale and Hydrophel are also shown, both of which have been severely damaged in the purging by the Angel of Death. Ataraxia is also shown.
As the boundaries between territories and races faded, the Six Kingdoms united once again. Crown Peak was restored to a city of diplomacy and democracy, not a throne for a king to rule from.
Shows all 6 flags raised at Crown Peak, the first time this has been seen in the events of the series. Even Carthan
has been making amends with Cydonia, primarily through the renewal of their farmland, who in turn has provided much-needed food and supplies to the beleaguered people of Carthan. Despite years of tension, the two kingdoms are content to finally be at peace.
Oh my god, I love this! I love this! Shows Magnarites importing soil, farmland, and water in an attempt to cultivate Cydonia once more. The Voltaris clan was reborn, welcoming all Ardoni who wished to join. They have reclaimed their original homeland, which now bears the name New Voltaria. Shows New Voltaria again, similar shots to earlier of everyone working. A ceremony was held to commemorate their return, and many across Ardonia were invited. Fades to a shot of a messenger bird flying over the canopy of Felden. Cuts to down in the trees. Lucan and Nika are walking along. Nika has her eyes closed, and Lucan is guiding her with one hand, holding a cake in his other. Oh wait!
Your eyes closed.
Oh yeah, this is... Oh.
Can't you just tell me what it is already?
You cut out a bit.
Almost there.
They come around a bend and stop.
Oh gosh.
Alright. No, open them.
Nika finally opens her eyes and looks up with astonishment. There is a newly built tree fort in front of them, just as Nika had always wanted.
Do you like it? I didn't
Oh.
really have... Oh god! Oh,
You're telling me
okay.
they were... You're telling me they were actually going... You tell me...
Hello, sister. How are you?
You're telling me they were actually going to animate this. Sorry.
Actually, Pixel made a render of this, actually.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I can pull it up.
Wouldn't the
I
kiss
can
sound have
pull it
happened
up.
after
Yes,
the
I
kiss
did.
was... Wouldn't the kiss sound line happen after the gray text?
Let me just pull it up.
Sinead just,
quickly.
hates romance, so don't mind her.
Yeah, I don't
Sorry.
mind it.
I
Here we go. I found it.
It hurt my
Here we
soul.
go.
Hello, sister. How are you?
Okay, so Nika says that she loves the tree fort.
Okay. I'm dying over here.
I mean, it's weird. It would be
I'm so
awkward to animate a
pixelated,
kiss
says
in
Nika.
Minecraft because, like, it would just be like 2 heads, 2 cubes. So, like, it's not really easy. Okay, she hurries
Face
off towards the
smash.
trees. Hey, oh,
Oh, yeah.
In Minecraft, it's not kissing. It's called headbutting. Headbutting. Bang.
okay. You have a line.
Man.
Guys,
Oh,
Sandaria
that's
Burning
so-
is playing right now. What a time.
It's a bad sign.
Oh my god. Why?
Wait, whose line is it?
Oh,
Who made these renders?
Pixel.
Oh,
I
Pixel.
know.
Pixel's a god at making these renders.
So good.
Wait,
Okay.
whose line is it?
I'm actually gonna
I don't
show.
care.
I'm
I
actually
don't
gonna show
care.
the
I
audience
should-
all this stuff. I'm gonna actually show the audience this stuff, real quick, because that would be fun. There we go. We have a render made by Pixel of Achillean, Aegis, and Ingressus. We have Nika, but an actual cat. I love this. And then we have Nika and Lucan kissing. Nice, nice.
I love that. I honestly love that.
That's awesome.
Okay, you have a line, Meldar.
Is it after she said I love it?
Yes.
Love it.
Hey, I thought we were gonna eat first.
Nika turns around at the base of the tree and pulls out a cake.
oh.
Oh goodness, that's a callback from
Oh, you mean
callback
this?
to the first
You
night
mean
kiss.
this
That was
bowl?
great.
Oh my god, I
mean
love
this
that.
bowl?
You mean this cake?
That's awesome. Lucan pats his pockets and looks around, surprised. Nika smiles.
You mean this necromancer?
Race you to the top.
You know it.
Right,
though,
Lucan
Sam.
got his leg.
You know, it's not nice to make fun of the handicap.
She leans out over to the edge of one of the platforms.
Are you Grams?
Oh, you!
Oh!
You
You really
Oh.
crossed the line
Is
there.
he like permanently hurt or something? Like,
Not gonna lie, this is a real trial and error moment.
Oh my god!
no, no.
Oh, Merlin! Merlin's here.
It's Merlin.
Lucan walks up the stairway to the top, using his cane to support his wounded leg. Merlin flies in and lands in front of Lucan. Merlin here, certified Certain Communications Emissary, message from Sen Voltaris.
Ah, yeah, the new vault.
That's so.
No, of course not, Lucan. You fool. It's just a random Voltaris named Sen. Yes, of course it's the
God.
Voltaris Master. No, I'm joking, he didn't say that. He would like to inform you that his
that's
clan is being united with the others once again, and after hearing of your actions at Felden, he has invited you both to attend.
Oh, that's very nice of him, but I think we'll pass. We only just got settled in, and my leg needs some time to heal.
I hope that at some point Lucan and Nika stand by, like, Kiyoshi and Alex graves.
Oh gosh.
Please make this
Oh,
happen.
okay.
No,
Lucan
I don't
starts
want to
to-
see a Kiyoshi grave. No, I can't. Then
Well,
it
what-
just feels
He died.
real.
Oh,
very
we'll
well.
get to that.
Lucan starts to edge past Merlin
Hey, what?
awkwardly before Merlin interrupts. It's common courtesy to compensate an adversary such as myself for services rendered.
Oh, wait, what? Oh. Leave, stupid bird. Right.
Lucan heads further in, finds some seeds and tosses them for Merlin to eat. He continues to the top. He sees Nika sitting on the edge of the balcony, looking out over the canopy of Felden. He goes over and sits beside her.
Thought you couldn't see yourself settling down.
Well, not alone, at least.
They smile and Nika leans her
Oh
head
my
on Lucan's
word.
shoulder as they sit
Why
on
are
the
you
edge,
guys- why are these
looking
two
over
so
at the
cute? I
treetops
can't
of
handle
Felden.
it.
You know what? I was actually talking to Hoovian103, the guy who owns Animation Wins, the other day, and I was saying, yo, I have a Songs of War fanfiction, and he said, please tell me it's a Luca Nika fanfiction. That was literally what he said. And I said, no, that's not what it was, but thanks for the idea. He is a very big supporter of that ship.
Yes.
Cuts
Who is
to...
it?
Who isn't? That's a good question.
Aw,
Scorch. Scorch isn't...
The people who support. The people who
Oh,
support.
Scorch is not a
Yoshi
fan.
and,
That hurt so bad.
Scorch isn't a fan, of course. Cuts to more
Hello,
messenger
Rose,
birds
Lemon
flying
Squad.
Cuts more messenger birds flying along across Ardonia. As at Pinkelson Farm, the Ender Knights... No, Pinkelson! No, I just remembered Denny.
This hurts.
At Pinkelson Farm, the Ender Knights are enjoying some Pinkelson
They
cakes,
said
and
they
a
were
messenger bird flies into the window,
They
and they
said they
all
were gonna
turn.
enjoy some cake when it was all over, but Denny's not there.
No! People are getting letters of invitation.
Why?
Everyone is traveling towards New Voltaria to see the clan welcome back, and Sen approved as master of the Voltaris. It's a sign that peace has once again come over Ardonia. Nika and Lucan traveling Borg and Ender Knights. The masters of the 5 clans declared a state of peace and harmony for the Ardoni, and vowed to uphold that peace as long as the masters ruled. Sen circles up with the other 4 masters, and they hold their staves? I'm pretty sure it's just staves as a plural. Together as a sign of peace. Another shot of him climbing onto a nearby rock. The music takes over here instead of the narration. All the people at the ceremony stop what they were doing, or who they were talking to in order to watch. We see Rhea, Abigail, Greg, Grim, Saxon, Trevor, Luna, Val, Borgin, Yujuki, Nitsuki, and a fair amount of new strangers. The camera begins moving out away from him over the crowd. After a moment, it can be recognized that this is, in fact, the very same rock that Death Singer stood on in the opening shot of the opening episode of the series. Rather than dead bodies on the battlefield, many of the notable characters are crowded around below, looking up at Sen, who raises Voltar, just as the Death Singer once did. Cuts to shot of Ender Knights in the end.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Nem, you have a line.
Yeah. Queen Abigail, the first queen of the End, is working alongside her remaining 2 Ender Knights to restore the End to its former strength.
First, we see some shots of Abigail setting down the book, which Volcanus gave to her and reading through it. Trevor and Saxon are setting up an area in the End Castle where they can practice their enchanting and potion brewing respectfully. Saxon is placing potions up on the shelves when one slips and falls, but Trevor catches it and hands it back to him.
Few of the surviving Ender Dragon eggs were brought out of the End.
Oh, Abigail's a narrator now.
Ender Knights, regardless of wealth or gender. Oh, that's sweet.
First we see some shots of Abigail setting down the book which Volcanus gave to her and reading through it. Then shots of the dragon eggs being placed around Ardonia. A young girl can be seen touching one and walking away. As she walks away, the egg lights up slightly. It's like Abigail, but again.
Ooh.
Yes. Ender Knights will watch over and protect Ardonia, guardians against dangers from outside this world as well as within.
Shot of Mr. Finch working on his farm, looks up to see Luna and Abigail fly over top. Oh, that's so cool.
Yes.
Volcanus,
Yes.
now King of the Nether, has left the overworld and returned to his own kingdom, which is now in turmoil after the defeat and change of leadership. Fades to a shot of Volcanus, a few wither skeletons at his side, and Kiki, Abigail, Luna, and Saxon and Trevor stand nearby.
Never my desire to become king. I merely wish to undo the injustice my brother caused.
Well, that's good. A king shouldn't be motivated by personal glory.
Real trouble will be convincing your people to follow you after you fought it so. The real trouble will be convincing your people to follow you after you fought against many of them.
Difficult task, I am sure. I will do what I can to ensure that the Nether and End realms remain at peace. Thank you for everything you have done, Volcanus. Both of our lives have been rather unprecedented. You'll always be welcome among us as an ally and a good friend.
Volcanus smiles and walks towards the portal as Kiki and the wither skeletons go through ahead of him, and then he stops and turns.
Abigail, a human's lifespan isn't relatively long compared to that of another.
Oh my god, don't read to the bottom of this line.
I feel so ashamed. Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Why?
Oh my god. No.
I thought he was gonna say something else. I'm not gonna say.
Oh god. Just say the line. Just say the line.
I'm so ashamed. I'm face palming, literally. Okay, Abigail. I know a human's lifespan is relative.
No shame.
You can't say the line without laughing
You know,
now.
even his lifespan isn't nearly as long.
I have many responsibilities to take care of, but I hope that you or we will make time to convene and to remain friends or possibly What?
Volcanus is cut off as Luna's tail smacks him,
Whoa,
and he
what?
flies for the portal.
Whoa,
Abigail's
whoa,
eyes are wide as
whoa.
he slowly looks.
Or possibly what?
Volcanus is cut off as
I
Luna's
knew
tail
that-
smacks him,
I
and he
ship
flies
them. I
through the
knew
portal.
them to ship them. I ship them.
Stop!
I
Belter!
ship them from the
They're literally
beginning.
two different species.
No.
And two completely different species.
Like,
So
only
are
600 years
Felina
older than
and
she is.
humans.
Okay, but Felinas and humans are at least, like, relatively similar in biology. We're talking about Netherins and humans here.
and age. And age. Do
Yes.
not forget
Oh my
age.
god.
That too.
She's
Why-
over 18.
why?
It's fine.
Wait, Nem.
Is that Pixel? Did Pixel make that too?
Yep.
Oh my word.
Pixel is awesome for making this.
I'm sorry for bringing this into the scripture. Sorry.
It's David's fault for writing it. Oh yeah, Tom Aglio turned online.
Yes, it's my fault. Yes, it's my
Hold
fault.
on, let me just
Not
go
your
to the
fault,
songs you
David.
were
I'm talking about David RB. Wait,
Let me
what if
just
you're
go
the...
the real
to-
David?
What if
Hold on, let me
Meldar
just-
and David RB are the same person this whole
Let
time?
me
this is-
just
this
go-
is a
wait,
terrible
wait. Let me
plot
just go
twist.
to the.
I
wiki
can't stop
and
laughing at that image, that render.
No, hold on, let me just
What?
like pull up the wiki for a second.
The
Give me a
wiki.
second.
The wiki.
The,
The wiki.
The wiki.
The Kiki. The Kiki. The Kiki. The Kiki.
Can I just read the gray text, please?
Sure.
Yes.
Volcanus is cut off as Luna's tail smacks him, and he flies towards the portal. Through the portal. Abigail's eyes are wide as she slowly looks toward Luna with a
yeah.
surprised expression.
That's hilarious.
No one simps my best friend.
Oh my word.
Luna makes
no.
yet another blah blah motion with her mouth and turns away. Abigail gives in and smiles as well, then jumps up on Luna and flies off.
I found it.
The Prime songs were deemed too dangerous to remain in the overworld. They were given up to the Ender Knights and hidden deep within the uncharted realm of the End, in a vault where they would never again be used.
Okay.
Shot of the
I
Primes.
found it. I found it on the wiki. Basically,
She found
the,
something.
the trivia
Okay.
says, interestingly, Volcanus has shown some romantic interest in Abigail during the epilogue of the series.
Yes.
No.
But why?
Yes.
But why would they do
Let me read
this?
the one after.
Literally
Let me read the one
scrunched
after.
up at that.
Let me
Like-
read the one after. Hello. It is further confirmed in David's notes, where he states that Volcanus should have a crush on Abigail. This appears to have made it in the series.
My
Darn
eye
David.
and my mouth
Life.
dropped.
Volcanus
open.
must-
Are you kidding me?
No.
Volcanus must not be
No, it's
that old,
obvious.
right?
Hate my life. Why?
Volcanus must not be that old, right? Otherwise, that's really
No,
creepy.
Because
He's only 126.
David said that during
Abigail's
the
like
Great
20.
War,
years.
David said during like the Great War, they were like babies, like teenagers, Volcanus and Pythus. So he'd be a young adult right now. Netherins
I
live,
suppose
like,
that makes
700.
sense, yeah.
She's a human.
Netherins
With 150
live- okay,
years.
Netherins
He'll still
live,
be a
like-
young adult by the time that
Hello?
Abigail's like an old woman.
Shush. Holy cow, let her speak.
Netherins live like 700 years, so
Exactly. Which is a problem.
Okay, the problem is that
When
he's still
900
gonna...
years you each, look as good you will not.
Okay, here's the problem that lies with... The problem that lies therein is the fact that if that Volcanus will still be a young adult by the time that Abigail is an old woman.
Oh my god. Okay, it's true.
I don't want to dwell on this. Can we
Yeah,
finish
let's
this
move on.
already?
Let's move on.
Oh man, this is
And we
such
can-
an
Ship
emotional
them,
roller
ship
coaster.
them.
And we can like point our pitchforks at David later for making this a thing because it's so cursed.
I ship them.
I got my pitchfork ready.
But I also don't
But it
want
makes-
to. But
it-
at the same
it-
time,
it
David
makes-
still wrote the amazing script, so
You're
I'm
just
not going to be
breaking
mad at
my
him.
curse.
Just wait. It makes
one.
sense that he would be attracted to a young woman.
But he's an. They're literally.
God.
This is a Netherin and a human we're talking about. And it's not the same difference as a Felina and a human because they're almost the same species.
Why are you showing
biologically.
discrimination? Why are you showing discrimination?
There's 4
Okay.
pages we can debate after. Let's read.
I would bring up a point right now, but it would be way too serious and dark for this video, so I'm not
No more
going to.
demonetization.
Read. Let's
Shot of the
read.
Prime songs inside an ender chest as the chest closes and locks. Abigail flies away from the small mysterious floating island in the middle of the end. I'm not discriminating against Volcanus, but
I love
I,
This is a great guy. He just
He's a
doesn't
great guy.
belong with Abigail, okay?
if Abigail was if Abigail was a Netherin or if Volcanus was a human, then I would ship them.
Oh my god.
Because the
Oh
biological
my
implications
word,
wouldn't be there.
Pixel, why?
Wait,
Oh my
what did Pixel
God.
do this time?
Honestly, that's legendary.
I love Pixel. I love how
God,
Pixel
it's
does
a
this.
great shit. Oh my God.
This is a great. Oh my word! My respect for you has gone down the drain.
Oh my
This is a
god.
great chance to create a strong bond between the Nether and the End realms. Are you kidding me?
He's blushing.
Pixel's emanation.
Dying.
You're the master of this. Pixel's emanation. Thank you.
Oh my God.
If you wish to date me, train for another 700 years so that you die by that point.
Oh my God.
It is a funny ship, you know what? It is funny. Thanks to Pixel. Okay. I'm gonna read the gray text.
Please.
Shot of the Prime songs inside an ender chest as the chest closes and locks. Abigail flies away from the small, mysterious floating island in the middle of the end.
The
Oh, Nem. Nem, you got a line.
And thus concluded the Second Great War.
If you don't come back
And
in a
thus-
minute,
and
then
thus
Meldar will read all the
concluded Second Great
lines.
War. Wait, you guys remember Pirates of the Caribbean? And thus concludes the Second Great War.
If you don't come
And
back in
so
a...
we shall go to war.
It's an agreement. If the reader of the current line does not respond in a minute, then Meldar takes over for the line.
oh my
Sorry, I
God.
just came back.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's
no
go.
problem. Meldar tried to read your line, though.
Baby.
I had to do something. I had to do
Meldar tried to
something.
read your
Getcha.
line.
And thus,
Meldar tried to read your line.
okay, can I
Yeah,
can
you
I
can
read
read it.
now?
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
And thus concluded the Second Great War. However, in the ashes, new fires have sprung. Outlaws, bandits, and other criminals seeking to take advantage of the temporary weakness have emerged. Even the undead are returning to Ardonia in greater numbers than seen in centuries.
Shots of the bandits, including Unyielding Legion and Undead.
Oh, good
Yep.
Lord.
The aftermath may appear grim, but the survivors retain hope. They will continue to fight for the lands and lives that they have already given so much to protect. The Second Great War, 14th Wall of Time.
Ooh.
Camera finally fades to Senria reading from the walls of time, as Phalius once did in the opening. Nitsuki is there with them. Some Galatians are walking around. Ria finishes, music ends, and it's finally back in real time. It's perfect. Good work, Nitsuki.
Who's Nitsuki again? Is it me or them?
I think it's you.
Infinity.
Oh, no, sorry, it's not. It's Nem.
I guess. It doesn't matter.
But
Wait,
yeah,
it's me, right?
it was you.
Doesn't
But if
matter
you
to me.
want to give it off to Infin, then that's perfectly fine.
Do you want to do it, Infant?
Wait.
Sure.
Okay.
I had to rewrite a few walls in order to include one for the fall of the Voltaris. Hopefully, by keeping our history accurate, we won't make the same mistakes again.
He's continuing Hawkins' dream of making an accurate wall of time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let us hope.
Bungle.
Cuts to Sen and Rio
man.
walking out of the walls of time onto the cliff outside. It is very quiet
Bungle
once again,
wind.
but rather peaceful. The sky is clear and the wind blows lightly, but no snow is falling. Do you remember the stories Phalius would tell during his visits?
How could I ever forget? We never missed hearing a single one.
Sen smiles, remembering how they would both listen to Phalius' stories as kids. I always would imagine us on those adventures, exploring distant lands, fighting monsters, protecting those in danger. It was inspiring to dream of a life more magical. The worst part of these tales was hearing them end. I was always wishing there was something more, another adventure over the hill, another journey on the horizon.
And how do you see our story ending?
Hour.
And Sen turns towards Ria, smiles, and puts his arm over her shoulders, and they stare out over the ocean. I think
Yes!
we're just beginning. Camera
Stupid.
tilts up into the
Oh.
sky, and the last lines begin.
Our world, Ardonia, is a vast land, home to many diverse people, strange creatures, and hostile monsters. It is also home to many stories, like our own.
The final song begins, and the following shots are all shown out of time a bit and fade together behind the narration.
We are the Knights of Ardonia, the guardians of the land and protectors of the people. We stand united against whatever evil threatens our world.
Shots of Sen, Rhea, Saxon, Trevor, and Val getting on horses and preparing to leave New Voltaria.
Hello, great text.
I did
You
read your
cut out.
text. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure. I'll read it again. Shots of Sen, Rhea, Saxon, Trevor, and Val getting on horses and preparing to leave New Voltaria.
Many more will walk alongside our path as we journey forward. Some may join us, yet others will return to their own adventures. Whether we will see them again remains a mystery.
Rhea looks aside and spots Herobrine watching from a hillside, who smiles and nods, then turns and begins walking away. I love Herobrine.
Yes.
Herobrine's the best. Rhea motions for Sen. We need more good Herobrine in Minecraft animations.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my word! They're doing all the graves!
Rhea motions to Sen to get his attention, and Sen looks over as they watch
I need to
Herobrine
pull
walking
my
away.
hair out.
When suddenly lightning strikes, and just like that, he's gone.
There are those of us who will falter, and even those who will fall. Their sacrifices will never be forgotten, and their efforts will inspire everyone who remains.
We see various memorials for characters who died in this series. Oh my god, there is a Kiyoshi grave. I just read ahead. Denny's grave now has roses
Yes,
growing on it.
I want to pull my hair out right now.
Denny's grave
Don't
now
do
has
that.
roses
Don't do
growing
that.
on it where Abigail pulls her small rose, where Abigail put her small rose initially. In Carfin, Igneous has a mountain carved in his name. Sam the dog's grave. You gotta revisit Sam's grave. In Flora, Kiyoshi is honored as his body is drawn through a crowd. Archers fire arrows in unison. Grave of... Oh, that's a very ceremonious one. Grave of Gallius and Araxia at night. Sindaris Master lights up the stone, which are laid flat with their markings on top. Their focus is interrupted with a gust of wind as Luna takes off and begins circling higher, Abigail riding on top. Grek draws Soul Seeker and begins sprinting off across the land. Music crescendos, they all ride off. Where's Hubris's grave? Where's Hubris's grave? Tell me, now!
Well, they probably would have shown it with Gallius and with
Oh, yeah,
Death Singer
probably.
and all.
Probably.
And Achilles.
Music crescendos, they all ride off.
Technically,
the
I'm
camera
pretty sure
watches them
Hubris's
go.
grave was already in season
And
1.
Achilles.
Yeah. The camera watches them go and raises slowly upwards through the trees. Abigail can be seen flying along above them, occasionally circling backwards.
Wait.
However dark
Sorry,
the
you go
road
first.
ahead may get. However dark the road ahead may get, and however powerful our enemies may be. Blech. However dark the road ahead may get, and however powerful our enemies
That's
may
typo.
be, we go forth to whatever adventure
We go
awaits.
forth.
Our story has no end.
They get further, the wrong fourth, guys. They get further and further away.
It's the wrong
As the
fourth.
camera remains behind. Rhea finishes speaking. The camera is stationary now, and the figures continue to travel away. The Songs of War theme plays as the beginning of the credits appear over the same shot. A moment later, the shot begins fading out to black as the credits roll on. That's it. It's done.
Dear.
It's over.
Wait, guys,
There's nothing else.
Wait, guys. And then we hear Thalia say, "Space, the final frontier."
It would have been
These are
so
the
cool if
voyages of
that
the Starship
happened.
Enterprise.
No, okay. Wait. So basically, David said in the commentary that there's supposed to be a spin-off story of Sten and Greg actually searching for the other Jagathans.
Ooh.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Ooh.
I would like to see that.
That'd be
Yes.
cool. We could.
Good thing
make-
is,
we
I
could
can
write-
watch the commentaries
right.
now because I'm
You gotta
done
write
reading the
that.
script.
We can write
Wait,
fan fiction.
Yeah, we
guys.
can finally watch
We
this
don't
now.
like that. That's our specialty.
Wait,
I
guys.
feel like I've got a huge burden off my
Wait.
chest now because I finally read
Wait.
the whole script. Now I can interact with the beat.
Wait,
I can
guys.
go on
Yeah,
back.
but it feels sad. It
I
feels
can go back to the
It is
Black Plasma
unoriginal.
server
Wait,
on
guys,
Discord.
I've got
yes.
Guys,
wait.
Everyone, stop, calm down. Okay, one at a
Nem,
time,
go
please.
first.
Yeah, Nem, go first.
It's as fanfic writers, we are legitimate. Like we can legitimately bring this to life. As
Mhm.
we can
like,
do
write
anything
this-
now.
True.
Yeah.
There are no limitations. We know everything that happens.
Yes.
Yep.
Man.
I gotta say, that's like
I don't
That's
like that
really
it's
it.
over, but it was so good.
I'm
this
upset
was
at
like
sometimes.
1,000 times better than most modern TV, and it's sad that it didn't get enough views to be sustainable.
Yeah.
True.
Wait, guys. I have a sad thing that everyone else forgot about.
Oh
Oh.
boy.
Season 1, Episode 1. Hawken never gets a grave. He was
Oh
left in the snow
no!
alone
I just
to die.
realized that.
He was
No!
left in the snow to die
Meldar,
alone.
why would you point
Probably
that
eaten
out?
by the Voltaris to keep. Probably eaten by the Voltaris.
Eaten by the
Leo,
Voltar.
make Leo
Eaten.
canon and give him a proper burial.
Oh my god! Out of context, fanfiction spoilers.
Hawken.
Hawken was
The
probably
Tigress
eaten
is
by the
best
Voltaris to
boy.
keep them alive.
He was not eaten by the Voltaris. Like that? No
Bro,
way.
they're
They're not that
cannibals.
bad. The Death
It's a
Singer
First
has
of all,
standards.
It's a joke that Fadeless Banjo makes that the humans
Oh.
are very tasty to the Ardoni.
And there are
Fadeless
also,
Banjo's
there's
next
also no
theory.
other food on
Hawken
top
was
of the
eaten
mountain.
by the Voltaris.
There's no other food on top of the mountain.
Well, is there not? Maybe they could just
We
eat.
don't know that.
But what about when?
It's like the Ewoks who ate the stormtroopers that were killed.
Wait a minute. What happens when they're done eating Hawken? What else can they do? Do they start eating each other?
Not think about eating Hawken.
It's
is
like the
so
Ewoks
cursed.
eating the rest of the stormtroopers.
Did they actually do that? I had no
Yes,
idea.
They were gruesome creatures.
I
Did
don't want
they
to think
actually?
about anybody. No.
Yeah.
cannibalism.
The Ewoks were actually like that. The Ewoks were a gruesome species.
Let's just say, for the sake of headcanon, that someone found Hawken's body and then cremated it.
Thank you.
Without further
Wow, he would have been
explanation.
killed by the Voltaris.
I mean,
He was
Achillean
killed by
got-
the
He would have been bones.
Ugh,
He would have
Achillean
been
got,
oh
bones.
man.
You said
Achillean
that.
got,
You do understand how wrong that sounds, right?
Achillean got
That sentence.
Achillean got cremated.
Yeah, he did,
You
didn't
know
he?
that, right? Yeah, he got burnt.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that's quite the ending. Jeez. I feel like there's a huge weight off my chest now. Like, I can go back on the Black Plasma Studios server, I can interact with that community again. I can finally watch those commentary videos. I can finally do so many other
Okay,
things.
Don't really watch them. Listen to them as more of a podcast because they're really long. They're like 4 hours.
4 hours long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't watch them, like, within the next few days. I might actually download them and watch them while I'm at the cottage. Because I'm going to be going up there with no Wi-Fi in, like, 2
Yeah.
days.
I
So-
just can't believe it's over.
Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of like,
Yeah.
it's a melancholy feeling. It's like, all this time and it's finally over.
It's
Like,
really good.
you feel relieved,
I
and
mean,
then
like,
at the same
this would've-
time you feel
this would have
sad.
been our exact same feels if they had animated it. It still ended regardless. It still would have ended.
Oh, I would have been bawling my eyes out if it ended animated.
Yes.
This is
I would
Just like-
think I would have
Just
been
like
laughing.
when it
I'm not proud, but I
Just
would have
like-
cried.
just
I
like
would've
when
been
Worlds
telling
Apart
you.
ended. That was sad.
I
I'm
would have
t-
burst out laughing.
Of course.
Of course you would have.
Of
You're them.
course.
Wait, you guys all remember the end of Worlds Apart, right?
Oh, yeah? We all remember that.
Yeah, that
World's Part
was.
3.
I wish there was. Why do good things have to end?
Because they do.
It's like
If
it's
good
like
things
how-
didn't
Like
end,
high
then they would.
school. Why do
it's like
good things have to end like high school?
it's like when
Well,
like when you're
think
in
of it
a
this way.
garden.
You either
It's like
die a
when-
legend or
wait,
you
wait.
live long enough to see yourself deteriorate.
It's-
If a good thing never ended, it would eventually be dragged on to the point of deteriorating in quality.
It-
And I wouldn't have wanted to
it's
see that
like-
with Songs of War.
It's like a garden if you think about it, because when you're in a garden, what kind of flowers do you pick? You pick the pretty ones.
Well, I've
Oh.
actually in my class I've actually had to make a rose garden.
Okay, that's not my point, but basically when you're in a garden, you
Yeah,
pick the
that's
pretty
not the point.
flowers.
It's an analogy.
Yes. I pick all the flowers because they have to die and regrow.
No, Meldar, it's an analogy.
It's a generic
It's an
analogy.
analogy.
I know.
Okay, so what I was saying was, if it hadn't ended good, then it might have been dragged out to the point of deteriorating in quality. Either, if you have a show, it either dies a legend pretty early, or
I
it...
prefer an ending to a dragged out continuation.
Wait,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wait, you guys.
100%.
Wait, you
3
guys want me to
seasons
roast
and
everyone
then
here?
that's it. Perfect.
I think
Wait,
Nemhead
you want me
to
to roast you guys?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, ready for this? All good things must come to an end. Fan fiction, yeah! Ruin everything.
Ha! As a fanfiction writer, I can confirm this to be
Not gonna
true.
lie. That's
I can confirm this to be true. But
Especially
fanfictions
the
don't
cursed-
really... But
especially the
fanfictions
cursed
don't really
ones.
ruin anything if you don't consider them canon, because they're not canon.
Yeah, they're not canon.
So like
You know
they
how
can't really
many
ruin
movies
much.
I'm happy the Clone Wars is canon.
The Clone Wars must stay canon forever. If it's not,
Yes.
it's not.
Joined.
I'll be so mad.
I can
Nem, Nem left for a second and rejoined.
I want the search for Ezra to be a thing. I want Sabine and Ahsoka to team up and do that.
We're off
That would be
topic
cool.
now.
But this is a bit off topic, yeah.
Extremely off.
Welp,
It's not off topic. It's serious.
it's kind of off topic.
It's real conversation. That's what this is all about. Real conversation.
Well, anyone else got anything to say? Because I think we pretty much summed it up.
Subscribe to Sunday.
Same shameless non-self advertisement here. Subscribe to me.
Sunday, Biffle,
Just kidding.
Sigils is a bot.
I didn't even
Craner is
catch-
bad.
I didn't even catch like 2 of those names, especially the third one. And
Sunday,
subscribe to
Biffle,
me.
Whiffle, Sigils.
And subscribe to me. No, just kidding. Don't.
The list
Only
list
if you
can
enjoy
go
my
on.
content.
Let's end it now.
Don't forget to subscribe to Dude Perfect and check out their latest video, Overtime
You should try
17.
to,
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out Raid
maybe
Legends.
maybe
the
at some point,
Oh,
maybe
sorry, I
at some
messed
point
up.
we can try for like a
This
Maybe at
video
some
is
point we can-
sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Be sure to download their game. And
And say that Songs of War is.
maybe at some point we can have like some sort of video essay, which would be
Oh
cool.
my
oh yeah,
God,
definitely.
this is-
It does sound really cool.
Because as much as this was, I don't think we necessarily have to end it, but just on Songs of War.
Oh yeah.
Like if you guys ever want to do another script reading of anything, let me know because I will definitely be down.
Meldar, we're not reading movie scripts for the last time.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
I'm joking.
if anything else comes to light, I'm down.
Well, I mean, like, I don't see anything ever coming to a script. In the future that has to do with FPS because they're not going for another series in a while. I feel like after
we can read the fan fictions.
Oh my god.
I suppose we could.
Oh,
That's not a bad
We
idea.
could,
But
we
like,
could read the fan fictions. That would be pretty awesome.
We'll cringe. We'll actually cringe.
Cringe is all part of the experience, Emma.
cringe just makes it funner.
My fan fiction is not a Voltaris, which bugs me.
So
I
He's
hate
Sen.
the world, but I love you.
It
he's
just
the
bugs
Sen.
me.
He's a Sen. He's a Sen. He's a Sen Aris. The Sen Aris clan.
Like,
The clanless
Wait.
I
clan.
assume, yes, he could get inducted at any point.
Yes, he could be
The
inducted
story
as
of
a Voltaris.
Mildar Telvaris.
But Infin, who's to say his father
Yes.
in it wasn't a Voltaris?
Who knows? Who knows? Didn't really think that far.
But yeah,
Wait, so what?
I suppose
Wait.
this stuff doesn't really make sense because we're talking about fan fictions now. If you do
Yeah.
want to make
Wait,
sense, then I'll
wait.
just
It
leave
really
a
just.
link to the fanfic server
I'm
in the
pretty sure it's been
description.
like almost 2 hours since we started recording too. So
Wait, guys. Wait, guys. Wait.
Meldar, what the heck is it this time?
So Lucan and Nika are definitely a thing.
Yes.
Abigail and Volcanus are definitely a thing.
No.
And Sen and Rhea
no,
are
they're
definitely a
not
thing, right?
definitely a thing. They might be a thing.
Definitely.
Okay, Sen and Rhea no, because like there was never any confirmation on that.
Way.
They really
They
seem more like
together and he
siblings
put
to
his
me.
arm around her.
Okay, are you telling me siblings
Yeah,
can't do that?
Yeah.
Are you telling me it's
siblings can do that
autumn? You're telling me it has to be romantic if someone does that?
Yeah.
Gosh, why are we talking
well,
about ships
feel
now?
as though-
Let's
well-
not.
Well, Infin kissed me in the fan fiction.
I just now realized that. Oh my god. Why would you even say that?
What?
Because you
Nika
were
kissed
voicing
me.
Nika and Meldar was
No.
voicing Lucan. That's
no.
so cursed.
Yes,
That's
no.
that's so cursed.
We
Oh my
didn't know.
God.
It wasn't our fault. We didn't know.
Not.
It's like Luke
No,
and, it's like Luke and
I
Leia.
did
We
know.
didn't
Someone
know.
spoiled it for me that they kissed at the end. I know.
Oh.
It was like
Yeah.
Luke and Leia. We didn't know. It's not our fault.
Oh yeah, I just remembered in Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back.
Oh,
Because they didn't know anything. Actually, Leia didn't actually like him though. He just did that so that she could deceive Han.
Yeah. Shush.
Wow, people.
Technicalities. Wait.
Technicalities.
You're saying that my sister doesn't actually like me?
Okay, can we please not to have this conversation any longer?
Not. We just.
Yes,
This is a
I'm
very
sorry.
bad
I'm-
conversation. Can we just go to appreciate how awesome the script was?
Yes.
Yes, it was fantastic.
Thanks to everyone who joined me, all my friends, literally everyone across this whole journey. It was really awesome. And also apologies to Rainbow
awesome.
because she was in the original stream and she couldn't join this time. So I hope she wasn't like let me try to find a good way to word this. So sorry, but like I hope you had fun anyway just watching if Rainbow is watching this now. And anyway, to all of my friends, Infant, Meldar, Nem, Sine, Lisa, literally
I'm
anyone,
your friend.
and Meldar. Sorry, not Meldar. Mel. I already said Meldar, but Rainbow as well. Yes.
So
thanks
basically,
to
everyone
everyone
but me. Sweet.
No, I said Meldar. I just said it again, so I backtracked. I said Meldar
So
twice.
so wait. So you like me more than everyone else? Aw.
No,
Oh, nice.
no. I said it. It said your name by accident twice. I said your name
Well, if it's any
twice by
if it's any
accident.
constellation, I like. If it's any constellation, I like Ifin more than any of you guys combined.
Well, that's because she's your sister. Obviously.
Yes.
What did I come
exactly.
back to? Oh my word.
What?
So yeah, thanks everyone for joining. It really was fun. At the end of the day, if Infinite and I had never organized the script reading thing in the first place, we could have just all read it independently. It would have taken a lot less time, but it wouldn't have been nearly as fun. And I'm just glad that we got to finish it. It's really a pleasure. And thanks to Tom Aglio as well for joining in and like accompanying us at one point. That was probably one of my favorite sessions because he had so many insightful things to say, and it was really nice to talk to him and all. And we also tried to get Joe Goffney and Allison Seals in here. They didn't manage to join it at any point, but at the same time, I'm just glad that they made efforts to reach out to us because that already shows they care a lot about the fan base, and that's something I really respect in all the voice actors. So if any of you guys are watching this, Joe, Tom, or Allison, or any other voice actor, honestly, for Songs of War, then I congratulate you on your awesome work with this series, and thanks for supporting my channel. I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. And, of course, lastly, actually, not second lastly, David RB, not you, David, the other David. David RB.
I know.
The person who created, the director of Songs of War, the creator of Songs of War, everyone else involved in creating the series. I'm talking about all of the skin designers, asset designers, animators, voice actors, map builders, literally anyone you can think of who did anything for Songs of War, even the patrons of Black Plasma Studios. Thanks for making Songs of War reality. We could only get one season, but at the end of the day, we still got the first awesome season, and we got to see how the story ended, and it really was incredible. And I think David deserved a lot more recognition and support for all he did. And I hope this sort of support, like us, the fans, doing all this sort of content, reacting to the script and all this, is enough to put a smile on your face if David is watching this. I hope that what we're doing is enough to put a smile on your face, because we're happy to support everything you do, and we hope that in the future of your life, when you've moved on to video game design, we hope you the best. We wish you the best of success. We really mean it. I know David probably won't watch this video, but if he does, I want him to know that, because Songs of War really holds a special place in my heart. Definitely my favorite Minecraft animation ever made.
Yep.
And
Yes.
David RB, you really are incredible at making stories and just making this reality. So thank you so much. And lastly, most importantly of all, thank you everyone who watches this channel, supports the content. I could not do it without you guys. I know you guys have been waiting for like script reading to come out every time. I am happy to deliver. I have so much fun reading comments every time, and I can't wait to see what you think about this one. I know it was a bit of a bumpy ride, especially with the finale, but I hope this was still enough to satisfy you, and I hope that you still enjoyed. And I'm really looking forward to seeing your feedback, and I'm really looking forward to seeing like everything that comes in the future. I'm glad to be a content creator on YouTube. I love it because of all of you guys, all the fans who are supporting this channel, and it really is an honor to be here creating content for everyone. People who enjoy it. It's really inspiring. I really just don't know where I'd be without everyone. So, thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I really mean it. And, yeah. And enough sentiment for now. We've had enough just reading the script. So, that should be all. And, if anyone wants to unmute and say their goodbyes, now would be a good time to do it, because I'm about to end the recording.
Okay, well, thank you guys all for watching. Poseidon is an amazing guy, as far as I know.
Thank you.
Uh,
As far as
and
you
I just
know,
wanna
I
say
could secretly be Tigrin in disguise.
just want to say
Wow.
2 last things. Mount
Yes.
Iggy Moore was a thing, which
Yes,
is nice.
Mount Iggy Moore. Carve Igneous' face on Mount
and
Rushmore
also the one last thing that should have happened that never did. Abby and Igneous ship all the way.
Why? Why? I should have ended the recording before you said that.
Yeah,
Did anyone hear
that's
that?
why I went first.
Okay, I'm just kidding. That was funny. Alright,
Thank you.
anyone else want to say goodbye now?
Thanks everyone for joining us. I don't really have much to say other than, thank you for your, I guess, comments and motivation.
Yeah, definitely.
For us to continue, with this. And, thank you for being patient with us, because that was a really big factor
Yeah,
in organizing these. And,
100%.
until next time when Poseidon decides to bring you guys more content. But other words, those are my words from me, and
Yeah.
I hope you all have a wonderful evening or day
Also,
wherever you all
shout
are.
out to Nem for, like, amazing emotional reading.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, so, yeah, thanks. See you too, Nem. Alright, Infin, Sine, your turn.
I think Nem was the heart and soul of this, because half the time she's always
summed it
deaf.
all up.
Sine, you got anything to say?
Not really. Nem said everything I probably would have said.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Nem said is the best out of all of us. We were all thinking the same thing, but Nem said it brilliantly.
Even with their dying breath.
Oh, it's been fun. Anyways.
I think Infin's just, like, BRBing or something, and she'll probably be
Oh.
back. We're just gonna
What
wait.
were you saying?
I'm here.
Oh, hi.
Infin is complete dissing me
I'm
and
here.
We're saying bye.
in
We're
private
saying
text.
bye now because
Wait,
I'm about to
what?
end the recording.
Stay safe, y'all.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well-
stay safe during this difficult time.
Yes.
Hmm.
Don't.
Infin is roasting me in our
Final-
private chat.
Final message to everyone who watches. Don't be sad because Songs of War is over. Just be sad because Songs of War happened. And you had the pleasure of knowing, and you had the pleasure of watching the series, reading the script, and watching us read the script.
Yes.
So that
You
is
should be
awesome.
lucky to hear the beautifulness of our voices coming to you from our time.
My voice does not sound good.
Oh my god.
You are.
Sorry,
You
did
are
I say be
welcome
sad that Songs
we
of War
gave you the
happened?
time to listen to us.
Yeah. Did I actually say that?
You have been graced by listening
I
to our
actually?
beautiful voices.
Did I
Oh
actually?
my word.
Sorry.
You clown.
Biggest clown moment right there.
I'm a clown. Right, by the way, Legends is playing
Oh,
right
that's
now on the
amazing.
OST.
Wait, can I be upgraded to cursed clown, please?
Sure.
Please,
Okay. So, as I was saying, don't be sad that
Guys.
Songs of War ended, just be happy that it happened. Smile because it happened.
There you go.
You're
There
all...
you go.
I messed up badly. Okay. Okay, that was funny. Alright, so thanks for sticking around and supporting this series. I really mean it. I already said what I needed to say, and this is it. I'll see you all next time, and I hope you all stay tuned for my next content. I will miss you all, and thanks everyone for watching. This is Poseidon, over and out. See you all next time.